also realized you gave me arm hair, and that cracks me up so much.
I did. You gotta get that arm hair in there.
Like, first time I saw it, I'm like, why am I dirty? Oh, that's my fucking arm hair. All right, well, welcome back, everyone. Let me put away my Twitch stream so I don't watch myself. Last we met previously on this shit show, you guys had left Talonsgard, decided, I'm pretty sure Dolan opened up a little bit about the importance of his mission here. I believe so. You guys decide to head eastward towards Port Frederick to meet with a well-known archaeologist in the area. Apparently not well-known enough that they know his name. That being said, you guys traveled for a few days. Along the way, you had some fun adventures, came across some interesting people. You met the traveling band Heart of a Dragon, lead singer Leopold, and instrumentalist Angus, Pangus, Fangus, Rangus, and Dot. Good time. You had shared a couple drinks, listened to some fun music. Dolan and Henry understood the lyrics. Everyone else was just like, what? But you had a good time. You ended up passing through the fort at Gastonia, the really heavy checkpoint. Witnessed a man get impaled with arrows who tried to run it. So luckily you guys got through it pretty quick. You made it okay. Passing through Gastonia, you camped on the far side of it between Gastonia and Port Frederick, and ended up running into Rodrigo Salington, the archaeologist. I told you of a place that he was trying to go dig site that got overran with gnolls. Asked you, what did he agree to? Was it 60 gold ahead, 50 gold ahead?
I thought it was 65.
Whatever it was. Hopefully you guys are telling the truth. If not,
It was 30 gold an ear.
30
Yeah, that's
gold
right.
an
30 gold in the year, that's right.
Good thing they had like 6 years.
So many ears.
So many.
Either way, you guys found the dig site that they were at. Burn up the gnolls pretty easily. We're about to walk out of there until you found what really scared people out of the dig site. A couple giant scorpions. There's a lot of darkness, a lot of slurping, a lot of weird noises. But you guys came out on top and had, I believe it was 4 ears and some guts, if I'm not mistaken. I think was the final tally.
Just for record, how many days have we traveled so far? Since Talonsgard, was it 3?
Good question. I think this was the end of... Yeah, I think this was the end of 3, so we began
Okay.
4.
I'm just trying to keep track of where Leonid's at and how much further
He'd still be on his way down.
Yeah, definitely.
It was a 7-day walk with him flying. You think he's probably getting there within the next day or so. All right, so with the 2 right claws, to make sure that they know that there was 2 of them. It's not a left one flipped. It's 2 right claws strapped to your back, just like the meat, the guts, and bag of guts and ears in hand. You guys walked back to Rodrigo, where he saw you, and sitting around his little campfire with his little. I didn't really describe his campsite much. He's very simple. If you've ever seen like cowboy camping, kind of just like a little cot with like a little tarp over top of it. That's pretty much all he has. All right, so you guys are walking forward. He sees you and he goes, "Well, you're back with something a little bit different than a gnoll." Looking, I think, specifically at Dolan and Thrallus for carrying them.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, we were going to ask you the same thing. Didn't say anything about giant scorpions down there.
Didn't see no giant scorpions down there.
Oh, so that's so. So you have this dig site, but you've never been in there. Okay. All right.
No, I had a map to a dig site that was overrun with gnolls, so I never got to go in said dig site, which is why I hired you guys. So that being said, you got any
So Oh yeah, we got ears. We're gonna see how much for these scorpion claws too.
I mean, you can take them to the port. Might be able to find a chef that might want to buy them. I don't really know what the market is for giant scorpion claws.
When we thought it was just gnolls, 60 sounded good. Having to fight 2 giant scorpions.
Now, we agreed on 30 golden ear for these gnolls.
That we did.
You want to roll a persuasion or an intimidation? You want to try to get some hazard pay out of this?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, some hazard pay.
Now remember, this is metagaming on my part a little bit, but you're going to try to ask a favor from this guy later, so that might depend, that might influence whether you want to intimidate him or persuade him.
I'm probably going to go with persuasion.
Probably gonna do.
And,
Go ahead and roll it.
just, yeah. I thought I had everything up.
Yeah, I mean, we could have left those giant scorpions down there.
Ooh!
I'm very glad you didn't. You know what? In fact, how about an extra 10 golden ear? Does that sound good enough?
I think that's fair.
He's like, well, come sit. If you guys have tents, make up camp. It's way too dark, way too late to travel to Port Fredericks now. But how about we sit around and talk?
So we can, tell you about the battle with the 2 giant scorpions that we had.
Oh, I bet it is thrilling. And you see him grabbing some bags, pulling some gold out of them, kind of counting them out for you guys. 2, 3. What?
How do you think that giant scorpion's claw tastes?
Are you asking that to Rodrigo?
Everybody.
Oh, okay.
Are we cooking it?
We could cook it.
That could sound good. What else are we gonna do with it?
I'm sure there's meat inside of there, so.
I know cook.
Are we losing Threllis?
No, he said I'm no cook.
Yeah.
Oh, he's frozen on my screen.
Yeah, he's frozen like he's drunk.
He looks drunk.
Oh, there he goes.
Hey.
Back.
You mean
No,
like the
frozen
day is
on.
alive?
There he is.
Yeah, because this is like this.
Yeah, he's
My
just,
screen.
I'm no cook.
I'm going to pass on the scorpion meat. Thanks, though.
Yeah.
I'm down to cook it. Let's do it.
As Rodrigo's counting, he's like, it might taste like lobster. You never know.
What the hell's a lobster?
Let's cook it.
Did you ask what's lobster?
Yes, sir.
He kind of looks you up and down and he goes, I mean, not everyone can afford eating lobster, but I'll make sure when we're back on Port Frederick that I buy you your first lobster. How about that?
Okay. I got my eyes on you.
He's just really confused and still kind of counting out some gold for you guys. All right, pass over the ears. How many you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And a pile of guts?
Yeah, this one was partially digested inside one of the scorpion's mouths. So that was the 5th gnoll that we had to fight off.
You just see him kind of grab a handful of gold and just kind of pile it and goes, here you go. So go ahead, add that up, divide it up. 10 extra gold per ear for that crit persuasion.
Our accountant is missing.
Our accountant.
You don't know what to do.
I don't know numbers.
What was that, 40?
8 times 40. Yeah. 320.
Oh, God.
320.
320 plus a handful of gold. So let's see. What is a handful?
What's a handful? Right.
Full of gold.
Is it like Joe's got pretty big hands? So is it like hands like his?
It's
Gold
9
inside
gold.
Gold
9
inside
more gold for the pile of digested ears.
90%. That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Can we get one more gold to make it even?
Yeah, he gives you 1 more gold.
All right, 66 for everybody.
Look at that.
Add that to your counts. We'll add it in the bag. This bag I have here.
How much was the? Sorry, how much were we adding?
66 each. So I'm guessing you guys kind of set up like your tents that you have, pull over the wagon, get your bedrolls put out, gather around the fire. Unless you're planning on leaving the guy. You guys plan on chilling?
I'm okay.
I mean, that way we can get everything back and like take a rest here.
Yeah, it's like night.
Yeah.
It's like dark.
Let's relax here.
And we have some claws to cook, so.
Oh yeah, I'm cooking these things.
So you just like set up like a spit around the fire and just kind of like turn it over it.
Yep.
Let's say there's already a fire going, so.
Crimplin,
Yep.
are we tapping that special beer tonight?
The one that makes me a wizard.
Yes.
We can definitely. That sounds like a good idea.
That sounds like a good idea.
That does.
Are we tapping the fire beer?
Maybe.
Thrallus, you're gonna have some.
All right, I'm gonna walk over to the keg and I'm gonna do shape water on it and try to cool it down a little bit so it's not, quite as warm. A little bit, get a little frosty up in there.
All right, you frost your keg, you tap it. You bought a whole keg of the fire ale, Dragon's Breath ale, whatever it was.
Yeah, it's a point keg, right, Dolan?
Yep.
Yeah, we all got
Okay.
one kegs.
All right.
So you guys have some. You're kind of all sitting around. He's like, so what's bringing you guys to Port Frederick, huh? You said something about maybe asking a favor, I think, if I'm remembering right.
So we actually were looking for an archaeologist. Apparently he's pretty well known. Do you happen to know any archaeologists?
He like just has jerky in his hand. I know a few.
So basically,
I'll give you a hint. It's me. I'm that archaeologist.
oh, well, the head wizard in Talonsgard told us to come look for you. Then
Mm-hmm.
I have this.
Trying to buy something? Buyers or sellers?
I just have something that I would like for you to look at and see if you recognize any of the writing or anything that's on it.
Sure.
So I'll take it out and hand it to him. Like, here you go.
He takes it from you. Like, his look on his face, it's not like a oh, what is this? Like it's like something amazing off the bat. But he's kind of looking at it, he's like, it looks a lot like some of the relics we get in from the Eastern Isles. He's like looking at it a little bit closer. He's like, now I don't. He's got like even one of those like little glasses things that has like the little readers that flip down on it. He's like looking. He's like, now I don't have all my equipment with me, but I am planning on heading back to the port tomorrow. How about? And he kind of like hands it back to you. He's like, I know it's from the Eastern Isles. I think if I spend a little bit of time with it in my workshop, I might be able to tell you maybe a little bit more about it. We see a lot of stuff that comes out of there it kind of has like its own, I mean, like the textures, right? What it's made of. But the Isles are big. You could spend your whole life searching those Isles. So I think if I spend a little bit of time with it, I might be able to narrow it down for you.
Basically, like what part of the island it came from.
Yeah. So, I mean, for an example, there's actually a lost temple somewhere on the isle. Ancient people. I've never been out there. I'm not one for seas. I'm more of a land travel guy, but I'm really fascinated by that of the sea. But there's a temple out there, not to like any god or nothing. There was an ancient civilization that used to live out there. It wasn't humans like me or him. And he points at Henry. He's like, kind of more like you. It wasn't dragon, more like a reptile-like person, but they've long vanished. But they do have a temple to like one of their old kings, or prophets or pharaohs. I don't know what they called it in their day, but there is a temple out there, and it could be from said temple, or it might just be a replica that's sold at a couple of the bars and attractions and visitor centers while you're out there.
So, is there any kind of like language that's written on here, or?
He was looking at it, he's like, yeah. I'm like, I don't know how to speak it, but like I said, it might be something. It might just be a ripoff.
Okay.
Henry, you do remember you tried to read it, and like there was words on it. It just really wasn't like
Nothing
it wasn't like a
familiar.
sentence, right? Yeah, it was just words.
You said your workshop's at the port.
Yeah.
That's where we're going.
That's what you said.
So why, Dolan? Are you sure you want to give this guy your item?
I mean, if it's gonna narrow down like where to look, or like an idea of like where to start on an island that apparently, like you said, I can spend my whole life looking.
So who's to say you don't run off with this item?
Well, I mean, you're holding it right now. He points.
Yeah, he gave it back to me, so I have it.
You'll know where my workshop is. You know where I'm at. You could sit there and watch me the whole time. I don't know. My word.
You also said there was only gnolls down there.
I didn't go in there. I saw gnolls in there, so I left. Look at me. He is a very small, frail man. He's not really old. He's kind of like maybe in his 50s. He's not like really old. Well, I guess it's pretty old for the time. I guess he's like late 30s, but he's like really frail, really nerdy looking. Like he has this like ancient pocket protector that he probably invented. And he's like, I was not going to fight those things.
All right, Dolan, if you trust him, I'll take your word.
I feel good.
Like I said, let's get back to the port. Give me about a day to figure it out. I'll give you a day to go explore the port. I don't know. Have you guys ever seen the sea before? It's pretty great.
Oh,
Two of us have.
the sea.
It's
I don't know what that is.
a whole lot of trade down there. You can find pretty much anything. Now, I mean, it is kind of regulated, but there's bars, there's water, there's, if you need to make coin, I mean, well, you already have made some coin, apparently. If you need to make or spend coin, plenty of opportunity at Port Frederick.
So yeah, so it'll give us a chance to see if there's any weapons that we can look into, or scrolls, or anything while we're there. So it'll kind of give us a day to kind of like shop.
Or whatever. There's always tons of bounty boards, who knows what's. And I mean, if you're really trying to look into this, might give you time to find a boat heading to the Isles.
Okay. Thank you very much. So I guess we'd turn in for the night?
Oh, and try the scorpion. Is it done?
Yeah.
So this whole conversation, you guys had a little makeshift spit set up, and I imagine like Thrallus is over there just kind of working the end of the spit, just making it nice and tasty. Roll me Constitution checks, not saving throws. Just click Constitution, roll it. Let's see who enjoys scorpion.
Since I'm not eating it, do I have to roll, or do I?
No, it's just for people eating it.
Okay, I'm not eating it then.
Yeah, I got a 4.
Oh God.
Dolan and Thrallus, you see them just like primal instincts, just fucking shredding it, tearing it. Thrallus pulling out random pocket salt and dumping it on there. Just Dolan also going at it. Henry and Crimplin, you're like, no. With a 4, Crimplin, you're even just like, now the thought of lobster, which he said he compared it to, you're sitting there thinking like, I don't even want to try lobster.
I don't even see Cripplin's roll.
He hand rolled.
Yeah, do you have your own dice? Nice.
I got it.
I busted this thing out.
Nice. So unless there's any other questions you have for me, or anything else you want to do tonight, you guys can just kind of turn in, take a long rest, and then reset everything you need.
How much do you know about rings?
Rings? Depends where they're from. If they're dwarven rings, elven rings. Are they human? Are they not human? Are they from the other side of the mountains? Have you been to the Righteous Fields? Do you have a ring from the Righteous Fields?
I don't know. Here,
he builds his own excitement up as like the more he talks.
I'll show it to him.
He looks. He goes,
and I'll put it in his hand. I'm like, it was cursed,
cursed rings,
but it's no longer cursed.
Holds his hand a little bit away from. No longer cursed rings. He like looks at it. He picks it up. He's like, you see him like bite the end of it. He's like, looks fake. Like throws it back to you. It's like, what was it cursed with?
You die.
Oh, that's a pretty bad curse. I guess that's probably the worst one.
Curse of death.
Curse of dying. I'm guessing this ring probably means something to you, so sorry. I'm not an appraiser, but it don't look like it's really worth anything. So that's what you're trying to get out of it.
Thank you. I figured it's worth a try. I was trying to figure out what this MMM stands for. Or, yeah, MMM, there's periods, that's right.
MMM. He goes, I don't know. He's like, I can check some of my historical records when we get back, I guess. MMM really doesn't ring a bell when it comes to like archaeology. Wasn't really any great civilizations. Marcus's marvelous. I don't know. But I can tell you this. It's probably not worth anything.
All right. Thank you.
No problem.
I'll take
anything else?
Watch then.
So I'm gonna look at Crimplin and like, do you want to show him the sword or the scimitar?
No.
Okay.
That's fine.
Let's see what he does with your relic there.
My rock.
Before he runs away with 2 precious items. So you guys turn in for the night. I'm guessing the elves end up taking their watches. Sun comes up. You guys kind of wake up, and you're used to waking up early, but you see this guy. He's already woken up, and he's got his like little cot and little bed and his little tent all folded really nice and neat. And he's got them all stuffed in his backpack. And like where your guys is like, you're travelers. You're used to just kind of throwing everything together, strapping it to your back and going. His is just so neat and tidy and organized that like Thrallus, you're almost like the neatness of this guy is just gross. But you're up.
That scorpion's got a bad aftertaste.
But you guys are up and ready for your day.
I'm just gonna roll my my special ability here. Shake it. Happens every morning. Ooh,
a nat 20. Look at that.
And the other side of the spectrum.
And the other side too.
Right.
Yeah, you can really screw someone over, really help someone with that. All right, so he kind of sees you guys get up. He's like all proper, ready to go. And he's like, "Shall we head into town?"
Let's go.
Sounds
Starts
good.
walking,
The sea.
and then you guys get in your cart. And he like kind of looks at your cart. He goes, "Much more efficient way of traveling for sure." But he keeps hiking. Kind of now that it's like daylight, you can see. Like I said, he's like middle-aged, I guess, for this time, upper 30s. He's wearing a really goofy looking kind of circular hat that he thinks he's pulling off, kind of like an Indiana Jones kind of thing, but he's not pulling it off. It does not look good on him. Little button-up shirt, little front pocket. He's got like shorts that are probably way too short. Some hiking boots on. This guy's like legs are like smaller than like a staff. He's an interesting character to say the least. Who wears short shorts? I wear short shorts. But he kind of leads you guys into town. Couple hour journey. But you guys end up making it into Fort Frederick. You take a deep breath.
The sea.
You smell it, like, and it's like pretty much this whole land around Talon's Guard is kind of like rolling hills, and like you come up over the last rolling hill, and you can just see it. You see the sand, you see the glistening water, you smell the salt in the air, you see the trade, the commerce, you see ships at the dock, you see ships out there, like waves crashing down, you hear the busy crowds, you see the markets as you guys are heading into a really nice and the most popular port in the faction of man.
What's that nasty smell?
Nasty, you get out of here.
Smack you on the back of your head.
Oh, I don't know. I've never smelled anything like that.
Before used to bring girls around that smelled like that.
Salt water and dead fish.
Maybe it wasn't the ring that killed him.
The ring of chlamydia. Oh Lord. Oh shit, that was good. Anyway.
So do we see all the boats and all that stuff?
Oh yeah, you see everything.
All right, what the hell are all these? Thrallus, look, the land, it goes blue. Is that more blue sand? That's water? I've never seen so much water.
I want to point out, you guys did cross in Southwatch where we first started. You crossed a bridge that went over an ocean. Now it didn't go on forever like this. So you've seen water, you've seen beaches, but you've never seen a port of this magnitude. Just want to make sure you understand.
Okay, let's retcon that to that then. There's so many ships here. What is this? Thrallus, there's a lot of people.
This is my kind of life.
Now I imagine both Dolan and Thrallus, you guys have probably both been here before at some point in time. I guess a little bit of backstory, just because like I don't really know for your guys. Were you guys? Neither of you guys were really pirates, right? I mean, like you didn't like plunder and like burn down, but like you weren't like outlaws or vigilantes on the. You were just sailors, right? You just worked on
Sailors, yeah.
But I'm guessing you still didn't stick around in places like this where it was heavily regulated. You probably steered more towards like the rough 'em up, fight 'em up style of ports. All right, that's what I'm getting from your characters here.
The lawlessness.
Right. Maybe not like a, you can kill anyone, but maybe not one where there's literally guards walking up and down everywhere, where they're checking every box that's coming in, etc. Well, all right. So you guys walk through the initial gates into a huge, beautiful marketplace. You see fresh food, fresh fish. You see jewelers. You see weaponsmiths. You see people of all different races, ethnicities. I mean, it's just a booming melting pot here. Rodrigo turns and looks at you guys. And he's like, well, my friends, my workshop is on the north end of town. You'll notice it. It's pretty funny looking. You can either give me the relic now, or if you want to stop by later and drop it off, that's fine. I got a little bit unloading and packing to do myself over there. But your choice.
I'm gonna.
He kind of puts his hand out.
I'm gonna hand it to him.
Perfect. Stop by before the sun goes down. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Alrighty. And you see him with his backpack straps, just way too cheerful, way too happy, like almost disgusting about like how excited this guy is about his life and his job. The day is yours. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna go check out the ships.
Before he leaves, I'm going to ask Thrallus if there's any characters that we should be concerned about, or if there's anything like a bounty on his head or anything like that, where if he's been previously kicked out of Port Frederick at all, just so that way we know what we're getting into here.
I was saying, you're gonna ask him, not the guy who roofied the chick in the bar.
He's scarier.
Nope, nothing here.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go off and find a temple then.
I'm gonna go with Rollis and go check out some ships.
Ships, can I come?
Yeah,
Of course.
Yes.
Henry?
This will be interesting.
Nice.
You muted?
Yeah, are you muted?
I'll go to the temple with you, Thandir.
All right. So we'll start with the temple gang. So you guys kind of part ways. Not really saying when you'll meet up, but you guys usually manage to find a place and a time to meet up. So you got are you looking for a specific temple or just any temple? Just kind of like looking to see what is the religious kind of views around here. What do you think?
Religious kind of views, and a place where maybe I can sit down and have a quiet moment and like kind of a naturey kind of setting, and maybe say a few prayers to Pan.
Go ahead, roll me perception checks, both of you guys.
There's sand and palm trees.
And coconuts.
That's 17 for me.
21 and a 17. You guys are taking in a lot of the scenery, a lot of the views. You're looking and you're noticing there's really no temples. You're looking for shrines or some kind of statue or something. There's really not
quiet.
Yeah, well, there's not. I'm just saying, like in general, like religious figures. You don't see a lot of religious figures or symbols, or you really don't see any temples. Which is odd. This is probably the first place you've been. Like even some of the small towns usually had some kind of worshiping area with some kind of, whether it's a worshiping a dragon or something like that, right? But here, there's really no religion. As for quiet areas, with those perception checks, you guys are getting the feeling that you're not going to find a quiet spot in the city limits. It is hustling, it is bustling, it's noisy. There's people yelling, shouting, there's noises. Even like the beach is noisy as hell because you have all the people unloading the docks.
Henry, there's so much noise here. I think maybe we should just go to an inn. I'm not finding anything. I'm not seeing anything. I could really just use a quiet space for a little while.
Sure. Let's go find a place to stay for the night. If we're gonna go talk to that guy before sundown, we might as well find a place for everyone to sleep.
I agree.
All right. We'll jump over to the boat crew. What your guys' plan here?
I'm on a boat.
I think it may not be a bad idea. I don't know, maybe talk to some of the captains, see if we can maybe secure a boat if we have to go to the Eastern Isles.
I would like to gaze upon the ships here because I haven't seen a ship in quite some time, a lot, and the sea. But yes, we can also see if there's boats for hire.
So I wouldn't mind getting back on the ship because I always love the sway of the boat.
All right. Yeah, so you guys are moving. I mean, you're walking up. There's tons of docks. I mean, tons. There's some really big ones. I mean, with just massive boats. You would imagine, like, you know, almost 100 men or so might have to work just for it to go. Like, almost like a cruise liner, right? You see some smaller ones. You see some mid-sized ones. You just see some, like, general fishing boats. Where would you guys like to start?
Go big or go home.
Thralis, that one's huge. Dolan. I'm gonna go to that one.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm walking towards it. I guess as I'm walking, I'm just kind of in like awe of everything and being like pretty much like a little like a 5-year-old that's just seeing everything and all happy and touching everything.
That's decent. Nothing like my ship was.
It's decent. It's massive.
I've seen bigger.
You actually see kind of painted along the side of it. It just says the Unsinkable. This is the name of the ship.
Watch out for that iceberg.
The Unsinkable. Sounds like a challenge.
Roll initiative.
Fight the boat. What is a boat's initiative? So you guys want to approach, you said the biggest boat there, the Unsinkable?
Yeah, let's go.
So you guys go up. You see actually like a lot of, whereas like a lot of the boats you see more underdressed people, you know, moving a lot of cargo back and forth. You see a lot of just general everyday people kind of coming off of the boat. You can guess, especially from your guys' kind of history with you know, sailing and stuff, this is definitely like a passenger boat. Like it's not a fishing boat, it's not a cargo boat, it's a payment, you know, a pay to ride kind of thing. Looking at the people coming off of it, they're actually dressed pretty nicely. Maybe not like super rich, but like they probably haven't had to do labor much in their life.
Let's see if we can, what are you gonna say?
Let's find the captain. Look for a guy with a big hat.
You read my mind. You read my mind, Thralis.
You do see as there's like people kind of coming down, there is a deckhand at the bottom, like helping people and kind of like escorting them down, like, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Excuse me, sir. Is the captain available?
What's that? I mean, I don't know. I've never talked to him before.
Where is he?
Captain, he's on the boat. His boat.
All right, can I get past you?
No. That's like 100 gold. Like, that's a lot of money. Do you have tickets? Who are you?
Do we need tickets to be on here?
Well, yeah, it's a cruise line. The Unsinkable. The Unsinkable. Look, the "the" is capitalized.
Not impressive.
He kind of looks really confused at you guys. He's like, "Are you like new to the area? If you go back to the start of the docks here, there's like a ticket booth. You can go buy a ticket for one of the tours that's about to go on."
I'm already here, though. I kind of want to just go explore.
Get the captain.
I can't. I'm actually not allowed to. That's well above my pay grade.
Then go find somebody that it is their pay grade.
Yeah, you can just step aside.
No. I'm not going to do that.
Well,
And you see, there's still people kind of coming off of this ship. Not like, one by one by one, but like one, pause a little bit, two or three, pause a little bit, one. And like in between, like him talking to you guys, have a great time. Oh, thank you for coming along. He's like greeting them. And he just like looks at you guys. He's just like, no, like I don't have time for you guys.
Hey,
No.
hey, stop. You that just got off the boat, stop.
There's like some man with a really nice hat, and he's like, yes.
You bought a ticket for that?
Yeah, we came from, yeah.
Are you done using it?
Hey. He starts laughing. Nate kind of sees all the weapons on you, and he stops laughing. And then he's like, no, they take our tickets. I'm gonna leave now. And he's just like, he like grabs like a small child that's with him. Come on. Don't stop and talk to them.
all right.
You guys, like, you're really starting to feel out of place here. Like, you're like really, you're dirty, you're stinky, you have weapons on you. You guys are like ready for adventure and battle, and you're seeing like proper people coming off. Even like the deckhand looks like a tool. Like he's wearing like a uniform, and it's just you're kind of getting the vibes. This isn't your scene.
Do you know if there's any boats for hire, or where we can check for boats for hire?
He starts laughing. He goes, yeah, try it. Any of the docks down there, and points at like kind of the medium to smaller size boats. It's like,
hold on.
we don't hire here. We tour here.
Hey, Dolan, Thrallus just got us tickets. Sir, take them. Let's go.
No, the guy.
Yeah, I didn't get the tickets.
Yeah, the guy didn't have tickets. The ship takes the tickets.
He's already got a ticket. We're three people left. That's all that matters. Let's go. I'm gonna start just walking by him.
He's like, as much fun as this is. Wait, as much fun as this is, we are docked for the next several days anyway. So you can't go on the boat, and the boat's not going anywhere. If you want to go on the boat and go somewhere, you got to go buy a ticket.
I want to go on the boat.
Grimblin, let's leave before I do something bad.
Are we gonna get on a boat? I want to step on a boat.
I mean, if we keep talking to him, we're gonna have fish food, and we probably need to go ahead and make our way down to the other side of the dock.
Look, that's fine.
Let's go see if there's.
Let's just go find a boat.
Yeah, let's go find more of a sailor than this guy.
As you start to kind of walk away, he goes, have a great day, Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks for nothing.
Like, come on, thank you for sailing the unsinkable. Oh, hello, bye-bye. And you guys just kind of walk away, and you're noticing, like, even like this boat, and then anything kind of more to the north of here is just really like preppy looking people and really nice dress clothing. And you look more towards like the southern side of the docks, it's looking a little more hardy, a little more like you can smell the difference, if that makes sense.
I think that's going to be our avenue to all this.
Smells good.
It does not.
We're gonna hop back to the two looking now for an inn. Thandir and Henry. So like you guys are walking around, I'd say even with you find a couple different inns. Some that are a lot more bar focused, some that are more, timid, calm, some that are run down, some that are really nice, high class. There's a couple different options here.
Well, what do you think of the bar focus there, and here? They like to drink.
I don't think we should. I think we should get that because I think the rest of our venturing crew here would probably not appreciate not having a bar. So I would agree.
Let's do bar one.
Let's do a bar one.
Oh, this one looks nice.
It's got a pretty nice bar too.
Salty Inn.
The Salty Inn. It can be the Salty Inn. I was going to give it a name, but we can call it the Salty Inn.
No, you can name it whatever.
Okay,
Name it,
you go up to the
name it
bar, and
Saltine.
the bar is just called Undead Can't Swim. Inn.
True. They could probably walk underwater though.
I'll walk up to the barkeep and try to flag him down here.
Yeah. How can I help you? You see like a younger half-orc man. How can I help you?
How many rooms do you have available?
He's like, give me a second. And he like finishes like pouring a beer, and, like slides it down to another lady, like takes it and goes out. And he like grabs a book and he looks and he's like, we got like 10.
We'll take 5 of those, please, if you could, for a night at least.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Demand's a little higher tonight. Well, we got some leftovers from the carnival it passed through not too long ago, and there's some people that like to stay and drink from that. So, we're looking about 50 silver per room.
Per room? All right. That seems fair. I'll go ahead and I'll give him 3 gold and for all the rooms here. Just a little bit extra there for you. And
Thank
then
you kindly.
And then I have another proposition or question for you. I see you have a pretty eclectic collection, and it seems like you guys live in a port here from the name. Do you have any rum? A whole bottle of rum, per se?
He's like, we have plenty of rum. Now, the only thing is, if I start selling it by the bottle to you, I gotta start selling it by the bottle to every sailor that comes through here. So the suggestion I always give, if you want to try some, I got a couple different kinds here. And then if you want, you can go to the market, and there's tons of people selling it by the bottle.
What's your most popular?
This one. And he like holds up a bottle. Blackjack's spiced rum.
Okay. And what's the most potent?
He smiles, and he like goes down, and he goes, Black Jim's spiced rum.
Jack and Jim. Got it.
Correct.
All right. And
It
your name
has
was?
a bit of a bean aftertaste.
Oh, okay. Of like a sweeter kind of bean, or like a savory, or?
Oh, it's bitter. It's a bitter bean.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And your name was? I didn't catch that.
Oh, friends call me Marcus.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Marcus. Has been appreciated. I'll take the keys, please.
Yep. He hands them over to you.
All right. I'll turn around and I'll give all the keys to Henry and say, I'm gonna go up to my room. I need a little bit of time just to kind of think over some things.
Think I'm gonna be responsible? There's rum. I am gonna sit down and order some rum.
All right.
And I don't know what'll happen after that.
And he's like, do you want lower shelf, mid shelf, or high shelf?
Well, let's start with the best-selling stuff, the
Blackjack.
blackjack.
All right. He pours it for you. He's like, what's your name, sailor?
Henry.
Ah, Sailor Henry. And he pours you a shot. Passes it down to you.
Thank you.
Is there anything you'd like to do while you sit here? Or do you want me to hop back to the other guys?
I want to write.
Oh,
So
so you
practice
take this time with your calligraphy?
Yep.
Go ahead. And go ahead and roll that, and I'll hop back over to the other guys. You can drink and practice calligraphy.
You can practice while you're drunk.
Right, it's calligraphy. Like, do you know if you're getting better the drunker you get? Or does it just look better?
Yeah. That's a trick question. Yes.
Exactly.
I just had one glass so far.
All right.
Oh, a 10. Usually I'll say 10 or above, you get a point for it. you're struggling, but you're getting better. All right, back to ship gang. You guys start heading back down towards the medium-sized boats, the ones that look like Dolan, especially like the ones that you've been on. You can see big sails, medium-sized crew on it, probably like 10 people that really need to work the crew. There might be others just for travel or cargo, etc.
Say this looks like a good spot to start checking Thrallus.
Yeah, do I need to stand out? Maybe look for the guy with the biggest hat.
You see, Thrallus and Dolan, give me advantage.
Wait, do it.
Perception?
Yeah, perception. Just because it's sailor themed, we'll give you advantage. A 20, okay.
It's like a Where's Waldo?
I got 12.
Dolan and Thrallus, you guys both kind of, you see a couple big hats. Pirate-shaped hats. Stereotypical Waldo. Crimplin, you're just kind of amazed by everything here. But you see a couple different ships. One of the guys honestly, the guy with the biggest hat is actually probably at the smallest ship. He's definitely overcompensated for the size of his ship. The other two, you see them actually kind of amidst of a couple different people. I would say there's probably like 4 different ships kind of around them. Do you want to approach them directly?
Yeah, we'll approach them. I guess is it still morning?
It's about midday. It took you a couple hours to get into town.
Okay. I'll just greet them. Afternoon, gentlemen. How are we doing?
Swell. How about yourself, Dragon?
Doing good. Do you guys happen to know if any of the captains of these ships may be around, or where we might be able to find them?
You see the one with the hat start smiling. He goes, I may know a captain, and that captain may be me. What you need, sir?
We may actually need to see if we can find passage to the Eastern Isles.
The Eastern Isles? Which isle are you trying to go to?
That I don't know yet. We're talking to the archaeologist here, and once we have a better idea of where we're headed to on the Eastern Island.
He kind of looks you up and down. He looks Thrallus up and down. He looks at Crimplin, who's just like... just like staring at these ships. He goes, you two look like you might belong here. He goes, you guys aren't archaeologists, though.
No.
What you trying to seek out on the Isles? Not that it's any of my business, but I'm a very curious captain.
Just looking to see if we can find something that may have been lost or taken from us. Excuse me.
Okay. You guys know how to work a ship?
We do. Our friend here.
Can I get on the boat? Can I get up there?
This is the first time. This is the first time that he's seen a sea.
I want to get up
He's
there.
like looking at him. He's like, he kind of like leans over to you, Don. He's like, is he okay? He looks kind of sickly. I think his truck's
That's
here.
how he always looks.
It's okay. You'll get your sea legs soon. Yeah, if you want to go on my boat, go ahead. Hey, private. And he like signals at one of his guys. He's like, escort our curious, sickly friend here. He wants to see the boat. I don't think he's ever seen a boat before.
Yeah, I'm gonna use dash, and I'm just gonna run right past him and get up on that boat.
Is he always like that?
No. This is
I
new
don't
for
have
us.
to be worried about him, do I?
No.
Flawless! Nolan! Look at this! This is awesome.
Grumblin, quit messing around.
I'm on a boat!
It's way better than that bear, ain't it?
That bear was fuzzier.
This may be the phone call that I'm looking for.
No problem. Go ahead, take it.
So, what would the rate be for going to the Easter Isles?
He's like, well, we haven't planned on going out there anytime soon, but if you can pull your own weight around, and we can find a job to take out there with us, you can just tag along. Always looking for more crew. But if not, it's a couple-day travel. How many of you are there?
5 in total, plus a chicken.
5 and a chicken. If you can pull your own weight, we'll take you along. But give me a bit to figure that out.
Okay. We should know where we have to head by sundown. So, are you going to be here in the morning?
Oh yeah, we're actually trying to find our next job. We usually just transfer cargo from one place to another. So, if you can find anyone needing some cargo transferred, you might earn yourself a free spot anyway. But if your other friends, are as hardy as you guys, depending on where we're going on the Isles, we might actually need some backup, and we might need some brute force, and that's what it looks like you guys are built for.
We got brute force. May I ask what is the name of your ship?
Oh, I'm the captain of the Squall Buster. And he points over at one of the 4 ships over there. Decent looking ship. Like you said, Thralls, not as nice as yours used to be. But flying some colors, similar colors to the actual Talon's Guard. I'll be honest, I don't know what. I never pick colors for Talon's Guard, so we're just going to say it's the same colors until I can figure it out. Yep.
All right.
Both Dolan and Thrallus have the ship's passage feat.
Mm-hmm.
So usually that's why I'm saying, trying to roleplay into the game. If you can pull your weight, you can have free passage, or if you can find someone who needs that business, you guys can tag along.
All right. Well, Kremlin, get off the boat.
What? I'm halfway up the mast. What? Why? Look how high I am.
Look at how high I am.
Well, we know that if we need to, we have the Squall Buster to ride on out to the Eastern Isles. So let's reconvene with the other 2.
Fine. I'm coming down. Thrallus, there's so much blue. It's crazy.
It's amazing.
Alright. Can we do it again?
All right. So you guys kind of all get together. I'm guessing make your way back to the market. Thander, you went to the room to go pray, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Do you want to do do a religion roll?
Sure, I can do that. I just want to decide. Alright, come on. Of course I would roll that with religion is going to be a 9, because I can't roll that very well at all.
The last couple of days, you've really been struggling, and maybe it's because you spent the last couple of days in the cities, and you don't know what it is for sure. I mean, you've spent a lot of your life in the woods. You've had this weird transition of city woods, and just being alone in this hotel or inn room, you're just really not feeling that same connection. You're still praying, you don't know if your prayers are being heard.
When can we use inspiration?
Anytime you roll a d20, you want to re-roll.
I'm gonna get up frustrated. I'm not hearing anything. I'm gonna walk down and I'm just gonna walk. I guess I'm assuming I'm upstairs. I'm assuming it's a level in, I'll walk up to the bar and I'll look at Henry's drink and I'll look at Marcus and say, Marcus, I'll take whatever he's drinking. Please.
All right.
It's on me.
You see him pour. He's like, "You want on a shot or over ice?"
Just a shot.
All right.
I'll take another one over ice.
Sounds good. Pours your mixed drink. Well, I guess not mixed drink. Pours your old fashioned rum. Got a nice little orange peel with it. Slides it down to you. Pours you a shot. Drops a cherry in it. Slides it down to Thandir.
Take it and just, I'm gonna look at Henry and just slam it back and slam it on the bar top and say, I have some unfinished business I need to attend to in the market. Would you like to join me?
Is that to Henry or to Marcus?
But I've got a drink.
Marcus, will you watch his drink? This won't be long.
You should slam it back. It'll probably get drank if you walk away.
Can he take it with him?
You owe me the next one.
You already bought rooms here, so go ahead.
I just drank it.
You just took it back? Okay, roll me a
I'll buy you another one. Let's go.
Roll me a saving throw, because that's a lot of rum you just chugged back right there.
Both of us, or just hit?
No, just him, since he threw back like a whole mixture.
Henry?
Yeah, you're feeling confident. You have a bit of a buzz, but it's like that. I don't know what kind of drinkers you are, but you ever met those people that they drink and they just want to go explore and conquer the world and go do everything like as soon as they get drunk? That's Henry right now. He has, that is Joe. The kind of like start drinking. Hey, where'd Joe go? Oh, he's in the fucking tree.
I went to the bar on Saturday. Jackie took me out. She bought one drink. I spent $165 at the bar on myself.
Jeez.
Welcome to Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin.
Good times.
Ended up throwing up outside of a car, and yeah, it was a great time.
Oh, sorry.
I'm looking at Henry and say, Henry, we need to find a couple bottles of rum.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to turn around and walk out and head to the marketplace to go find me a bottle of Black Jack and Black Jim.
Blackjack and Black Jim's spiced rum. So as you're heading out, everything is along the coast. I would say our big blue dragonborn friend is pretty easy to see in a crowd. Thrallus, you, Crimplin, and Dolan, you guys kind of lock eyes with Thandir, who's kind of like something different about him right now. He's kind of walking like with a purpose, and Henry, who's kind of bobbling behind him.
Thander. I bet you I did something that you couldn't do. I was on a boat.
Oh, you were, and did you enjoy yourself, Crimplin?
I did. Have you ever been on a boat?
Was it exciting? I've been on many boats in my homeland, but yeah, I'm sure that it was a great experience for you.
It
Crimplin,
was.
I need your help. Crimplin, enough about the boats. I need your help.
It was a good time.
I'm sure it was. We have a bigger mission here.
I was halfway up a pole and everything, and then the thrallers took me down, and then we had to come back.
You don't get out much, do you?
No.
I know we didn't roleplay this up. I just imagine when you went into the boat that you just started climbing up to the crow's nest, and there's just a bunch of crew going, "What? Who is this guy?" And like, there's one guy just winded that's just like, "Well, it's just let Joe go." Oh God, he is the fastest man I've ever met.
That is actually how it was in my head too. So that works.
Crimplin. Boy.
All right, what do you want? What are we doing?
We need to find.
We go on a boat again.
We need to find 2, possibly 3 bottles of rum. We need some rum with us.
Rum. I'm fine with taking rum.
All right, so I'm going to find a rum called Black Jack, a rum called Black Jim, And then I'd like to try to find something, a rum that maybe not as spiced, maybe a clearer rum. I feel as though we might be able to. We'll just visit around. So we have beer, we need rum, and we're going to a vineyard next. I think, right? Like that was the plan, Crimplin.
Okay. I don't know. Sure.
Maybe we get some rum from a captain.
That might be a good idea. Maybe, Crimplin, can you go back on that boat again and get some rum from that boat that you just was on?
I think I met a sailor Jerry. He was talking about something.
Excellent. Yes.
Jerry the sailor. Oh, this is great.
I like the Sailor Jerry fellow. I think we can maybe get a special kind of vintage of rum from him. But this is my mission here, is to get, before we take our rest for tonight, is we need to get at least those 3 bottles, and then possibly we'll speak with this Captain Jerry to get this special bottle of rum.
Maybe a
he may or may
captain,
not have.
or even an admiral.
Admiral.
What's an admiral of them?
I think that's his cousin.
What's an admiral? I mean, is it the same like in my homeland? Like he's in charge of the port area or like major vessels? I don't. Do you know Thralis? What's an admiral?
Admiral.
Yeah, you were a sailor, weren't you?
I sailed on a boat, but never heard of any admirals.
Right. All right.
This is madness.
All right, so I'm gonna just yell out. Does anyone know what an admiral is? What's an admiral?
You're getting a lot of strange looks from all the people in the marketplace as it's like looking, and like you actually see like one kind of younger boy, and he goes like, "Oh, an admiral? Oh, he's I think he's like in charge of the ship."
That was the captain.
Oh, it might be a captain. He just runs away.
Fair enough.
So an admiral is
Admiral's the captain. What was that? What was that captain's name before?
Morgan?
Morgan?
Captain.
You guys didn't ask him his name.
No, we did not.
You asked him for his boat's name, but not his name.
That's more important.
Oh boy.
Crippling.
Captain someone.
Captain some admiral something. I don't know. Well, maybe we can ask that guy. Let's go back. Let's go back to that boat.
I'm going to find bottles of rum. So let's divide and conquer here.
Rum sounds good to me.
All right. So I'm in the hunt for 3 bottles of rum, possibly a 4th of a special from a special ship, from a ship.
Well,
a captain.
we can go head back to the Squallbuster after we find the first 3.
Wallbuster.
Yeah. If we need passage to the Eastern Isles, as long as we pull our weight on the ship, it's free.
All right. Well, then I am going to. First, I'm going to kind of see what time it is, or what kind of looks like in the day, and how much time we have before we need to go check in back with Rodrigo, and then I'm going to try to find those 3 bottles of rum. That is my mission for Port Frederick.
All right. Go ahead and roll an investigation roll. This isn't like you're not going to not find it. This is more about how fast you can find it, because there's a lot of vendors. There's a lot of rum. There's a lot of drinks. There's a lot of weird shit that you can buy here.
Excellent. Investigation is going to be a 14.
14. Reasonable amount of time, like within the hour at searching. Like you're kind of going place to place. You're like, do you have blackjack rum? And like people are trying to sell you on. Oh well, this is blah blah blah. It's just as good. And you're like, I don't want that. And so you keep going. You end up finding a stand that's got a couple different kinds of drinks, some weird exotic squid that just like some weird stuff. And he's like, oh yeah, I got a couple bottles of that. And you see he pulls out those like big, like cartoon sized, like more than a bottle, well more than a bottle, like probably 2-gallon bottles. He's like, Black Jack, Black Jim, you want a squid with it too? He's like looking at you guys, all excited over it, and he kind of smiles. He's like, 50 gold for both.
How about 75 for that? And do you have a special bottle of like clear rum around by chance?
He's like, I might. Is it kind of looking?
Same size.
Yeah.
It can't be any smaller. Don't try to.
You see him holding a small bottle of clear rum. He just kind of puts it down. Then, like, you hear like a cork pop and another cork pop, and you hear like some glug glug glugging. You see him like pull up a big one, and he's like scratching off like a name on it, and he writes on there. He writes something on it and slides over to you. He goes, "There you go."
All right, I'll hand him. So you said it was 70 for all of it, right?
Sure.
All right, excellent.
You guys look like thirsty folk.
We are. Thrawless! You here with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Excellent. Could you give me a hand carrying these two back? And we need to carry... Alright, we need to make sure at least 2 of them get back in whole. If one doesn't... Oops.
The third one that you bought, by the way, with some you can't read what was there before. It's really etched out, but then just kind of like written and carved on it. It says Silver Sailor.
All right, where are we taking these?
Let's go put them back in the cart. And then,
We should bring them in with us. Leave that in the cart, they'll be gone before we even have them.
By the way, Crimplin, did you stay with them or did you go back to the captain?
I'm with the captain. I'm going back to that boat.
Okay. Just want to make sure I get...
All right. Let's go I'm gonna go put this in the room we got here. Thrawless, did you want to make your way back to the docks and make sure Crimplin's not trying to climb on too many crow's nests and get himself into more trouble than needs to?
Sure. Well, I'll head back to the Squall Buster, see if they got any special rum on the boat.
Excellent. We have rum.
All right, so jumping over to Crimplin, you're heading your way back to the boat, and you see, like, as you're walking up, the couple of crew members that saw you before, they stopped what they're doing. They're like waiting. They're like, is he about to run up this fucking crow's nest again? But it seemed like as you just kind of go to the captain, they like you see like kind of like their shoulders drop a little bit, and they go back to moving some stuff. Captain looks at you and goes, "Welcome back. Did you find out where you're going that quick? It's been like, I don't know why I'm looking at my hand. There's nothing on my hand. It hasn't been that long." Let me just look at the sun really quick.
Well, I found out we don't know if you're an admiral. Are you an admiral?
No, I'm a captain.
Then what? I was told an admiral's a captain. What's an admiral?
I'll be honest, I don't quite know the difference.
So you're an admiral.
No, I'm a captain.
Well, I don't know either. So what's your name?
He starts chuckling. He goes, "You guys are funny. Captain Rudolph."
All right, Rudolph. Admiral Rudolph. I'll try to remember that.
Admiral Rudolph Akbar. No, not canon. Not canon. His last name is not Akbar.
It's canon. It's canon.
It's not canon. Oh boy.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. He goes, "I don't think I caught your guys' name either." Who are you?
Am I catching up at this point?
In a little bit. What's your name, sir?
I'm Crimplin, and then
Crimplin.
I guess I don't know who was with me because I was distracted before.
It's just you.
My name's Crimplin, and the rest of my party is coming
your
up.
crew. Do you guys have a name for yourselves? No, Crimplin and friends.
Nah,
Sounds
they all
good.
have their own names. I mean, I was given a name when I was born.
As are most of us.
Yeah, so there's nothing special.
Sounds great. Well, if y'all need my services, I'll learn your names. How about that? Crimplin, you have yourself a good one. And he kind of looks up and he goes, I think your orc friend's coming back too.
Ah, perfect timing. Hey, Thralis! I found Akbar! I mean, Admiral!
Ooh,
He goes, Captain Rudolph, thank you.
Captain! Sorry. I'll try to remember.
Not Magnus.
Not Magnus.
all right, Captain Rudolph. We are coming back because we have a special request from one of our other crew.
Okay.
We're looking for a special rum that might be on a ship.
I mean, like a particular one, or you're just trying to look for something different than what they sell down here at the market?
Something not from Port Frederick.
Well, how about this? Of course, we have our own stash. If you guys end up using our services, whether you're part of our crew or find us someone that needs some items moved, I'll share it with you. Till then, it's bottled up. Sound like a plan?
I'll have to talk to my other crewmate that was very interested in getting a special rum from a ship.
Is there any way you can give us a little bit to make sure it's the right stuff?
You're gonna have to just take my word on this one. If it makes you feel any better, we call it jungle juice because we found it on one of the coast of one of the islands back there.
Jungle juice.
Well, maybe I should say we found it on a wrecked ship on one of the islands back there.
Sounds fruity.
It's pretty fruity, but you gotta watch out. It'll knock you on your ass.
We'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, so I guess I never really described this guy because I know who you were going to. Captain Rudolph, he's really tall. Has your typical swashbuckler's coat on. He is human, although like he's got a lot of scars. He's missing some teeth. He's not a pretty looking human, but really tan, really muscular. Definitely your stereotypical boat captain.
When you say really tall, like
For a human, so he's probably like 6'2".
okay,
So I guess compared to you giants.
I'll say he's just a wee little thing.
He goes, all right, well, next time I see you guys, hopefully it's because I have your business. Or you help me find business.
Sounds good.
He kind of like whistles. He whistles at his crew. He goes, let's get some grub. They're all like, yeah, food, bro. Anything else? If not, we're heading into town.
That sounds good to me.
All right.
Wait,
you
guys just leave your boat unattended?
Well, no. Please don't go on our boat while we're away in town.
Well, it's right there.
He just laughs and he's just walked past you.
All right, we'll get there. Let's go back for all this. That's fine.
Yeah, let's meet up with Andy and Henry.
All right,
They got rum, by the way.
I'm gonna go grab a beer, take a pee. If you guys want to discuss what your next course of action is for this boat, I'll be right back.
Catch me up.
We met up with Andir and Henry. We bought 3 bottles of rum.
Catch me up as he's distracted. We'll wait. In the meantime, I don't know. I mean,
I think
Well, we gotta
should
meet up
ask
with-
Brownie.
We gotta meet up with Rodrigo first, but so we bought 3 bottles of rum, big bottles of rum. We figured out that if we know where on the Eastern Isles, as long as we pull our weight, it's free. And he's willing to share a special rum with us called Jungle Juice.
Okay.
yeah.
That's why I want to make sure I posted my ship's passage before I walked off.
Yeah, he said when you left he was role playing that into it because he knows. So we're fine on getting a boat.
Cool.
So I'm thinking we're probably going to head back to the inn once we find Thandir and Henry, because we never went to the inn.
Yeah, we'll go to the inn and then we can go check out the relic.
Rodrigo.
And then I think maybe after that we should probably hit up the town hall or something like that and see if there's anything that we can take on the way out of town or something like that.
I was thinking the same. Maybe we, see if we can pass by a wanted board or something.
Sure, yeah.
And then
Make
that
some
way,
extra gold.
right? Because we really don't have a rush to get to either side, either way.
I'm saying Leonard's still making his trek, so he should be there soon.
Yeah, I think that's what we should do, though. Definitely going to do that, and I am going to.
Ah, it don't work. That's good.
I'll be. I guess I'll be standing kind of outside near the cart, just kind of tending to things on the cart too, while waiting to see it's kind of happening. And Henry, are you at the bar again, Henry, or are you at the cart with me, kind of helping, or no?
I'm at the cart. I'm at the cart with you.
All right.
All right, you're back. We stopped talking shit, so we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. So you guys are gathered back in the inn. It's getting near sundown. I'm guessing you guys probably, drinking little drinks. Was there anything you guys wanted to do before going back to the archaeologist? Now, it is an inn in a very popular port city, so there's a good-sized crowd in the bar. There's some games going on. There's your typical help wanted boards. You see bounty posters. I mean, there's a lot of different options of things here.
Were you listening in on us?
No, I was
No,
peeing.
he just knows how D&D works.
Yeah. Right.
Why? What was discussed while I was gone?
What you just said is exactly what we discussed.
Yeah.
We're gonna-
Yeah.
We want to go find a water poster, or
We should have been more specific. That's good.
All right, sorry about that. Yeah, sure. I mean, there's a pretty big kind of general bulletin board where people can put up odd jobs. You see things in there like looking for dock workers or lost puppy.
We can upgrade the chicken.
get a puppy for the chicken.
Who's?
But yeah, you see a couple different wanted posters in there. Some with huge payouts. I mean, wanted just because Admiral. Damn it! I didn't prepare for cool pirate names. Hold on, Google's coming in here. Google's coming in here.
Google for the win.
How about Commodore?
Perry?
Boats,
Commodore Perry wanted. Hell yeah, pirate named Generator. This is very original.
Oh, we could name him Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank.
That's his nickname.
Yeah, wanted Admiral Alfreda. That's a good one. Alfreda. With like a huge bounty on his head. We're talking like 50,000 gold pieces.
So does he have like a white beard, like all noodly like?
Sure.
Some leftover chicken in there from eating chicken.
What is Alfredo?
He has an affinity for pasta.
Maybe
All
some
right, there's a new
with
big
red
looking, there's a new big bad in this game. And it's Olive Garden. That's the name of the boat. It's called Endless
Olive
Pasta. The Olive Garden.
Because when you're near your family.
Because we're near your family.
Oh god, I have a feeling
Anyway.
he's Italian now too.
You are on my ship. Hand over your, surrender your booty. But yeah, there's just a lot of like little odd jobs and stuff in there. You see some like warning posters, like terror of the deep, or the sinker of boats. Beware, pirates. You see some actually some like half torn off pages that actually have like turn your life to, and then there's like the actual name of the gods kind of tore off.
I know where that's going.
But yeah, there's a good amount of stuff in there.
Guys,
50,000?
right, we can figure out what an admiral is.
Wait, we
Track him down, just ask him who he is.
was that a question that came up to we're unsure of?
Oh, so you were here for the whole thing?
Yes. We asked what an admiral was, and a little boy came up to me and was like, something about a captain. He was like, that's a captain of a ship.
I'll say, Thrallis, you didn't know what an admiral was?
I sailed, but I sailed on boats, but nothing with an admiral.
Well, do you know what an admiral is? You were kind of quiet today.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like I vanished. I mean, I would guess that no one would know what an admiral is. Maybe.
Okay. The DM doesn't know what the hell an admiral is, so let me figure this out right now.
That's good.
Yes!
That sounds like some little kids. Is it? A commander of a fleet. So he would be like the captain.
Captain's boss. Get it.
Like, so he'd have multiple ships. He'd have multiple ships.
Alfredo.
Right. Which would make sense why Thrallis wouldn't know, because he only had the one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's the king of pirates.
Admiral Perry.
And pasta.
And pasta. But you also see stuff on there like ladies trying to run from home, come down to Edgar's brothel. You see stuff on there, lost. Thrallis is like, I need a whole episode dedicated to this.
Mabel's not
brothel.
going to be there, Thrallis.
Dolan's gonna pass on this one. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna sit down with you guys.
You see a couple ones in there about like lost cargo, 5 gold reward.
That's chump change.
Couple in there about warning pirates, bandits, general seafaring stuff.
Any of these look good to you guys?
That 50,000 standing out. I mean, that's 10 apiece. Do you know how many of those imaginary bags that Henry couldn't make that we could possibly get?
He might be able to make one.
Yeah, you have one, and it has cool flames on
I
it.
know, but
You paid extra for the racing stripes.
I mean, we can ask questions, but if Alfreda is seabound, We would have to get a ship to track him down.
We can get a boat. That's fine.
So all we need is mutiny.
You see, like as you guys are all kind of like standing around this board, like talking, especially once you start talking about bounties, you see Marcus kind of like he actually picks up a peanut, throws it at you guys.
Hello?
He goes, kind of like whispers for you guys to come over.
Alright.
He goes, just
Who'd
let
the
you
peanut
know.
hang on, who'd the peanut hit?
Roll initiative.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, Henry.
Thank you.
Thank you. He kind of like pulls you over. He goes, "You guys, you're different than the normal crowd through here. It might be because of all the weapons on you, but something stands out.
We have that.
Are you here to make money, or are you here to make change?"
We're looking to make money.
Okay, never mind. You can go back to the board then.
What does make change?
You hit me
Like-
with
like-
peanut.
Change, like something a little bit.
Like, make a change to the community or something like that.
There's, let's say, there's some wanted posters that we can't place up here for the safety of our citizens.
I mean,
Can I see
I don't
it?
know why we can't. I don't know why we can't do both.
You hit me with a nut. Let me see it.
Sounds
He's
like a
like,
good day.
he's like, I don't. You hit me with a nut. He's like, I don't actually have a physical copy. If we had a physical copy, and they were to come to town again, well, I wouldn't have much of a shop anymore. I actually, he's kind of like looking around. He's like, "Can you guys meet me in the back storeroom here?"
Sure.
And he goes, Eugene, man the bar. And some like shorter, plump little dwarf man's like, "Okay." And he like, it's like trying to like reach up to the bar to grab the glasses.
Magnus.
Little Magnus again. Magnus
No,
is
it's
here.
Eugene. And he kind of like pulls you guys. He's got like a back little area. You can see like, there's like actually little living quarters and stuff back here. And he's like, "All right, just because I see something in you guys, right? You saw that poster that said Terror of the Deep, right? That's not about a creature. That's about, well, a group, pirates. They don't touch much on this mainland here, because of the guard influence, but if you go to just about any other port outside of here, they're going to know them. I don't know their name. I don't know their captain's name. I just know that death follows behind them. Actually, to the north of here, they have, well, ransacked, burned down some villages in the past. And either way, it's just giving you the heads up while you're out on the sea. Just be cautious, be careful of who you trust. I don't know if any of you guys are seafaring in the past, but just please be cautious. There is good payout. I mean, it's not posted, but I'm sure there's a lot of captains that would like more information on this ship. I don't know the name. I don't know what it looks like. All I can tell you is it has caused some unrest up along the coast before.
To the north, you say?
Yeah. It would have been many years ago, but they haven't touched back on the mainland since.
This kind of sounds like what happened to my hometown.
Kind of gives you a look. It's like, your town?
Yeah, when I was a kid, we were raided, and like this ship came in and destroyed our entire port and killed many of our people. And luckily, I was able to make my way onto a boat and find refuge. It's how I learned how to become a sailor.
Out of game. Did we name your hometown?
Oh, I'm not sure we did.
What was the name of your town, son?
Where was the? I thought we did.
Would have been in your backstory. Either way, it sounds like you got a little bit more of a reason than maybe just money to figure out who these guys are. Just want to make sure, while you're out there, keep an eye out. All I remember is there was a kind of a heavy orcish presence, which was strange. You don't see a lot of orcs, on the mainland here, but out in the ocean, there are no rules.
We just said my town, so if we did name it, I don't.
Do you want to name it right now?
Time to name it.
It's your backstory. What do you want to name your town?
Dolansville. I'm just kidding.
Dolansville. So you're named after your town.
I'll come back to that.
That's fine. But yeah,
Pole
essentially
Dance Village.
Pole Dance Village.
Yeah, that's it.
Port Gur.
Kittensville.
He goes. Sounds like you got a little more reason than I guess just some money. Then maybe some redemption for you too.
Sounds like it.
He goes, I wish I could help you more, but I just want to give you guys that heads up. You can try for that elf Freddy guy. I haven't seen him. I don't really know much about him. Apparently he's a pretty big deal if the city is willing to pay 50,000 gold pieces for his head. But yeah, no. If you guys want, for my sailor guys, if you guys want to roll a history to see if that name sounds familiar, you can. Sorry, non-sailors. Thrallus does not. Even Dolan is really not ringing a bell. Thrallus is just like, nope, no fucking clue. Never heard of it in my life.
Rum.
Rum. Dolan, you're like, it means something. Like, you swear you've heard it before, but you have no idea how or where.
Where or why, yeah.
First time you've heard it. Yeah. All right, he goes, all right, get out of here. Port Louis, too suspicious. Next round's on me, by the way.
All right, I like this guy.
Don't we have to go see someone else now?
I like to see this class here.
We're gonna go back and find Rodrigo.
Yes, we need to go find Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Oh,
Yeah, he told you come by his shop before sun went down. You guys have been venturing quite a bit of the day. It's sun's starting to go down.
Let's go check out the relic.
All right. You guys start heading. You head out. Head up towards north side of town. You're looking. There's like some inns, some bars, some like housing shacks kind of place. You're looking, and like he didn't really give you too many descriptors on the place. He just said, "What? Look for the weird looking house." Just when you think like you're not really getting anywhere with it, you see more or less a weird looking house. It's very much like multicolored. There's like a hole in one part of the roof, but where that hole was, there's like some weird glass pane there. There's like a bunch of shit all over the place. A bunch of like old, rusted up metal laying outside. You're guessing this is probably his place.
All right, let's knock on the door, I guess. So
Yeah. So Dolan heads up, knocks on the door. As soon as you knock, you hear, you see beside the door, this little like hinge kind of drops down. There's like a little cable on it, and there's like a little almost bullhorn kind of thing there. You hear a really weird voice, like from a tube, almost like, "Hello."
Rodrigo,
Yeah.
it's Dolan.
Oh, come in. Hold on. And then you hear like, as the door starts to swing open, you see this weird like cable system hooked up throughout his place. You go inside, it's even more junked up and crowded. There's display cases or shit in the cases, shit on the cases. There's cobwebs, and then there's like fake spiders in them. It's really just the weirdest fucking house you've ever seen.
This guy's not a gnome.
He's actually 3 gnomes in a coat. But you do see him kind of off in a corner, sitting by a desk with a little cable that he's pulling to open up the door. He goes, "Well, come in. I got some news."
Oh,
Oh, indeed. Come on, bring your friends. You got any more of that scorpion meat, by the way?
yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, 100% hoarders. Yeah, 100% hoarders place. Yeah, just shit stacked to the ceiling.
We got rum.
I'm sure we didn't eat all the meat. I mean, those are pretty big claws.
Anyway. So I got some news about this. He kind of points over. You see a pile of similar looking, like not like the same shape relics, but the kind of similar designs and shit on it, just broken in piles. And then you see a display case with something that looks really similar to it in it. And then you see yours on a stand held up by like these little arms and like a big magnifying glass over it. And he's like, "It's authentic. The Temple of Sardonis. I have only seen like one of these once in my life. And I can't believe I haven't seen 2 of these. I cannot tell you how much this is worth. It could be a fortune, it could be nothing. But it's I would say one of a kind, but it's 2 of a kind. Because there's number 2 right there."
Who would have, or why would somebody have that?
Well, I bought this one in the marketplace. And he points at the pile on the ground. He's like, "And all those. And out of all of them, 1 was real. The rest were all fake."
Well, I appreciate that you. I feel like it's leaving me with more questions than answers.
But with that being said, I told you before, I don't like water. Sorry. But there is a main there's a main port on the island, right? It's a very lawless island. This is authentic. He gives it back to you, by the way. He picks it up and hands it back. He's like, "The temple, like I said, and some people have probably been spending most of their life trying to find it. It's somewhere on the Isles. That's about all I can tell you for now. I wish I could tell you more. I really do. I don't know. I can maybe try to look back at my logs to see who I got these from, but I don't think I remember writing down the ship from it. All I know is that they said they got it from the main island on the Eastern Isles. So it's a starting point for you.
It's definitely at least I have an idea of where this came from, or it's just something was taken from me, and this was left in its place. So,
left in its place. So whoever left it there wants you to find it, is what it sounds like. They want. What's that?
What is this Temple of Sardonis?
Oh, like I was saying earlier, it's the ancient people, if you want to call them that used to live there. It was a temple built to their prophet. I haven't been able to discover much about them, other than they were kind of like amphibious in a way. So my guess is that they're going to be near a coast, or maybe near some kind of body of water. They're long dead, so I mean, we can't really go ask their people where their temple is.
Is there gold?
Oh, I imagine there's many riches. That being said, I also imagine there's a lot of booby traps. I imagine there's a lot of dangerous animals and a lot of dangerous creatures out there that'll probably kill you trying to find your way there. But someone was able to find that. Someone was able to find this one. Once again, the one in this case. And he's like, and I think that someone's trying to bring you out there.
Well, what was the name of the town or the port that was a little more lawless than?
Oh, the port out there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Or the port that may have more answers.
Okay. Well, the main port on the main island in the Eastern Kings is or Eastern King. Sorry, my World of Warcraft's coming in the Eastern Isles. Most people call it Port Kingston. I've heard different names, but I'm sure most sailors will be able to take you there. With him saying that, both you guys have probably heard that name before. There's multiple ports out there. You've stopped on some of like the smaller islands. The bigger ones, I mean, you stop at the ports. You really don't go into the islands much. They're not really inhabited. It's more creatures and wildlife and tribes of one way or the other, you know.
Maybe we can find something for Crumplin to ride.
Going on a boat?
I'm sure you're gonna find something you can ride out there. It's tropical, so get ready for some heat. But lots of good food, or so I've been told.
Maybe something better than that giant scorpion we ate. Wasn't too happy with that.
No, that was gross.
I don't know, it might be things that taste better, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're just as scary as that. Go ahead.
Well, say, what do I owe you for your trouble?
Oh, nothing. I just asked that if you find any other cool relics while you're out there, don't mind bringing them back. I might be able to buy them off your hands, you know.
I like the sound of that. Or you gonna...
He looks at Thandir. Yeah. I see a question on the edge.
I do believe you spoke of some sort of lobster for my good friend over here pointing here. I do believe that was mentioned.
I forgot about that.
He starts laughing and he goes, all right. It's like, it's kind of nighttime, so how about lunch tomorrow? Sound good?
Lunch on you, lobster? I'm down for it.
Sounds like a plan.
Well, if we know where we're going, we might set sail before that. Did you make it breakfast?
Breakfast lobster. You got
Lobster.
Dr. Benedict.
Lobster
But I
omelet.
like your Benedict.
We can do that. That being said, I don't know if this is helpful too, but the people I bought all these from, and I don't know if there's a connection or not, but I overheard them talking about their captain was hideous. I mean, I don't know how hideous is, but they said hideous. So maybe that's something to help you on your way out there. Maybe you might run across someone or something.
So an ugly motherfucker.
Would you say that it
I
had
think
like,
more or less those were the words they used.
it had like pasta on its face, or
I don't think he had pasta on his face.
Wielded 2 breadsticks. I mean, here.
Soup or salad. You can't have both.
Just rain down Parmesan.
I love it.
I just see him having 2 olives for eyes.
Why did I have to? Why couldn't his name has been like Admiral Jim or something like that? No, fucking Alfredi, or Alfreda.
Yep.
He goes, is there anything else I can help you with while you're here?
Nah. I think I'm gonna go back and maybe have one more drink of rum and hit the hay.
All right. Sounds good. I'll be here.
Thank you
If you
for
need me.
keeping your word on staying in town.
Well, of course. Now that our gnolls and our unexpected scorpions are gone, I'll probably make a trip back out there to that dig site. So if I'm not here when you come back, that's my plan.
I would just be careful going back into that dig site, because if there was 2 of them, that may have been a mom and dad, and there may be babies. So just be careful.
Good call. Good call. I'll hire more reinforcements.
All right. To
All right.
get a drink and bed.
Here.
We get to go on a
You
boat
guys head out.
tomorrow.
You're walking. It's a really peaceful night. I mean, there's still a good amount of like hustle and bustle. There's a lot of torches lit. You see a few like little street performers and stuff. It's still pretty crowded here at night. As you're kind of walking your way back. Is there anything you guys would like to do on the way to the inn? Nada?
No.
No, because people probably aren't selling at this point. Right,
If you
there's
guys don't
not,
mind, do me a favor. What is everyone's passive perception?
15.
15.
17.
17.
Okay. 17, 17, 15, 15.
It's underneath the skills, above tools.
16.
All right. You guys are really visual. You're looking all around you. You're kind of like checking everyone. On your way back, you do hear like a little bit of like a little bit more rustle, and you kind of see like people kind of congregating in an area just after the market, but kind of before where your inn is at. I don't know if it draws your attention at all, or if you're just heading right to the inn.
I'm gonna wander over there.
Just meander your way.
I'll take a gander.
Okay, Dolan, come check this out with me.
As you're kind of getting closer, you're hearing an elderly man's voice. You're like, I swear I saw him. I saw the demon. I saw that demon again. And you hear like a couple other people. They're like, "Come on, man, not again." Oh, he did. He took all the money I raised. He even took my fish. Man, listen, Jenkins. There's no demons here. You don't have money. This is like a nightly occurrence. I swear. Look at all these people. They know. They saw. You saw. And like it points like some random person. They're like, oh, I didn't see anything. He's like, you gotta believe me. There's little demons running around here. I'm like, sure. And like the crowd's all just kind of talking like, demon, what? Kind of catches your attention.
Yeah, hey guy, what's going on? He sees a demon.
Yeah, little demon man. Little demon man came and took my pocketbook, and he took all the money I raised today. Now I can't afford dinner. Oh God, the little demon, he struck again.
What do he look like?
He was short. He had little horns. Well, they were actually kind of big horns, but he was a little guy. He was wearing normal clothes, but he wasn't normal. He wasn't a little demon. You see everyone just kind of like shaking their head. They're like, one guy kind of whispers, I guess, like to Henry, who's kind of like in the back of the group. They're like, he's just the local nut. Don't even pay attention to him. He'll try to take any of your money. It's the same story every night.
So now I'll talk to them because you're saying that. How often he says this every night?
Not every night, but it's almost a nightly occurrence. Always screaming about some demon. He goes, "They're real! I swear they're real!" Well, there's one. I know there's one that's real, but there might be more. There might be 3 or 1. But they took my money again.
Where do you see them?
Well, no one was looking. He came up and he took it right out of my hand. The other day I had a money pouch on my side and he took it off my side. I worked damn hard for my money.
Yeah, what did you do?
Like you hear like one guy in the back go, "You're drunk. You spent it on booze." "No, I didn't."
Alright, I'm going back to the inn. I'm getting a drink.
I lost interest. Good luck.
He goes, "They'll get you too if you don't pay attention." The crowd just kind of is just like, there's like one person
Is that a threat?
Kind of feels bad for him. He's like, "Not for me, damn it." There's like one person kind of feels bad for him, like gives him like a copper piece. He's like, "Oh, bless you so much."
Yep. I'm gonna go drink.
To the inn.
You guys head back to the inn. You get yourselves a nice little nightcap. Anything else you'd like to do before bed?
Nope, bed. Knowing
Not.
that.
You guys go your separate ways. Hit the hay.
Knowing this, knowing
Cast
sea
alarm
travel.
on the door.
You guys wake yourselves up and get together in the morning. What's the plan of action here?
Dolan,
Yeah, Thrallus.
should we go talk to Captain Rudolph to acquire travel to Port Kingston?
That wouldn't be a bad idea. See if you can help us get over there.
We could do that while Crimpling gets his lobster.
To say, I hope Rodrigo comes for that. I hope it's better than this scorpion.
He actually, as you guys are kind of talking about it, he goes, "That was for you." And you see Eugene the dwarf actually put an omelet, and beside the omelet is a little lobster tail. He goes, "Yeah, some squirrely guy. He was through here earlier. Like I was barely even awake, and this guy was already all nicely dressed. Anyway, he bought you this. Voila.
Awesome.
It's delicious."
All right. Oh, much better. Much better than that scorpion. Does anyone else want to take a bite?
Oh, it's better than the giant scorpion?
Very much so. Oh,
Let me try some.
While
Go
they're
for it.
eating, I'm going to talk with Marcus and make sure if the plan is to go out and venture on the sea, I want to make sure that I leave enough money to take care of our cart and make sure our goods stay secure and our horses get taken care of. So
Marcus is actually not behind the bar right now. It's Eugene the dwarf. But you can have that same conversation with him if you want.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, he goes, "Oh yeah, we can take care of all that." He's like, "Just make sure." He's like, "We try our best, but I would say anything that's like obviously valuable, don't leave it on the cart. I mean, like I said, we can try our best, but we can't prevent everything.
Can we go ahead and rent the rooms for maybe a week?
Sure.
I mean, hopefully we don't need it that long, but
I'd say
Yeah.
we probably won't need it if we're going to be traveling by ship here.
well, I was saying we have the rooms, we can put anything valuable inside the rooms, so that way
Would it
it's
make
way
more sense
secure.
to rent one and just stick all of our stuff in there and just lock it?
We can do that too.
We got this backpack for a reason. We can bring everything with us.
That's
You
true.
gonna- You gonna put the wagon in there?
What about the horse and Goose?
You can't put the wagon in the room.
It's my horse.
Goose is coming with me. Goose is not going in that bag.
It's my horse pocket.
They can take care of the horses. We'll pay them to take care of the horses and wagon. But anything valuable should come with us.
Horse pocket.
That sword, look, I can put it in the bag.
I'm gonna pull up my pocket horse attack.
My pocket horse. All right.
Is that like a Tamagotchi?
That's exactly what it is. It's a little Tamagotchi.
All right. Yeah. So I mean, you guys pay him. I don't know. Maybe let's say for wagon care and he did. I don't know. Maybe 10 gold for the week.
Okay.
Easy enough.
Easy enough.
I'll take care of
So, all right. What's the plan? We're gonna go talk to Captain Rudolph.
Yep.
All right. You guys make your way back out. It's still early-ish. I'd say maybe like 9-ish, 9 a.m. You go out there. You see the Squall Buster. You see some people working on it. You don't see Captain Rudolph immediately. But you do see some familiar-looking crewmen. They see Crimplin and they all pause for. It's kind of like waiting.
Don't worry, guys. We're here to ride the boat. I can climb that anytime. Wait,
what are you trying? What were you trying to climb?
Like if you're looking for Rudolph, he's still probably drunk back in town. He'll be out here hopefully within the next hour. But another guy kind of steps forward. Elvish-looking guy, and you can probably guess about half elf. He goes, "I'm the first mate and navigator here. You guys were inquiring about passage?"
Yes, we were hoping to see if we can secure passage to Port Kingston.
Port Kingston. That's a bit of a travel. Oh yeah, that's a bit of a travel. If my captain is, well, if he's a normal guy, he probably offered you either work your boat or find someone else to pay for it or pay for it yourself, correct?
Sorry, yes.
Yeah, we'll pull our own weight.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, 2 of us, for sure.
Oh, it's everyone pull their weight or they gotta pay to be on there.
Well, my dashy friend can work the crow's nest if you want.
What's that? Is that up there?
I mean, I'll be honest, it would be nice to have a second navigator. There's a lot of things that we kind of double up on here. Can always just have some people working on the deck. It's definitely plenty of work we can have on there. Okay. Well, we weren't planning on heading to Kingston, but if you guys are just trying to tag along, we can talk with the captain, see if maybe we can't find a job ourselves. That way we all make a little money heading out there.
Sounds good.
Do you have a question, Dolan?
Yeah, I was gonna ask Crimplin, like, you got night vision, right?
Yeah, I can see in the night. This is kind of blinding now. That's why I keep my hood up.
So, like, maybe taking the crow's nest at night would probably be your best.
If that crow's nest is that big thing up there, I will gladly climb that up and sit in there.
Yeah, it's the very top then.
All right, I'm gonna run up.
There he goes again. Wow, look at that. That's just the man I've ever seen. You see, you hear one guy audibly go, It was the guy who was chasing you earlier. He's like, oh, come on, man.
It's just best to just let him be. But
He's like, well, if you want, by the way, first mate Marius. Marius kind of like shakes your hands. I'm guessing you guys all introduce yourselves. He goes, if you want, make yourselves comfy here. I'll go talk with, I'll go find Rudolph, and maybe we'll try to get a quick score while we're on site, while we're here.
Outside a game, friggin' Marius, and then I'll go back in the game.
Friggin' Marius. He's never even killed anyone. Oh, boy.
All right, and so we're boarding the ship, right?
Yeah.
Before we hop on the ship, I'm gonna just kind of take a walk down by the beach area and find some reeds or whatever, and I'm just gonna kind of pluck a little bit and kind of stuff it in my bag, and I'm gonna walk up kind of near to the deck, and I'm gonna pull that reed out, and I am going to go ahead and take 10 minutes each 24 hours and cast water breathing on all of us. I will take that so that way if anything happens, it's good for 24 hours, so basically, right before I go to bed type deal, I'll take 10 minutes and recast it. Or
cool.
In the morning. So, yeah, so.
Grants up to 10 willing creatures. Look at that. Okay. The ship was the Squallbuster.
Squallbuster.
Squallbuster. Who are you gonna call?
Squallbusters.
We have a theme song
great.
now.
That's great. You guys have your own theme song on your boat.
TM.
So Marius kind of goes into town.
Is there an Olive Garden theme song?
I don't think so.
It takes a little bit of time. There's definitely some not enough time for true downtime, but there's a good hour or two where you're not really hearing from anyone. A couple of the crewmates are offering just kind of show you around. It's pretty small crew. You're gathering from talking to the people here that a lot of them wear multiple hats. You meet one little halfling guy. He's missing a couple of his teeth. He's got this cool little straw hat on, and his name's Willie, and he works the cannons. He's like, I love my cannons. My cannons, they're my cannons. If you want to learn how to fire the cannons, I can teach you, but these are my cannons. And they're just kind of showing you around. Here's where you sleep. It's just kind of some netting, hammocks, cannon master Willie. I didn't even think about that. I'll be. Here's Balnazar, who is
looks human.
The only female Sylvanas.
Yeah.
Anyway, they just kind of show you around. It feels good to be home, to say the least, for Thrallus. And I mean, Dolan, you're getting some great memories. You're also getting some not so great memories, and same thing goes for Thrallus. You guys, neither of you have really been open much about before, but you guys can both kind of see the same level of excitement and worry in each other, and even Thandir, Crimplin, Henry, you guys kind of see that too, a really mix of emotions that they're having, kind of being on the ship.
It's been a minute since I've stepped foot on a ship, so.
Good thing we've got rum.
Thrallus, did Henry use his wand there? He got a pretty good grin.
Ain't no problem.
Is Nick frozen again?
I think he's frozen again.
What's
No,
up?
No, he's not. He's not.
Oh.
He's there.
Oh, jeez.
He's just really good at sitting
Right.
still.
It's like a
Mannequin
statue.
challenge.
I'm fucking leaving. I love it. Yeah.
So he showed us around the ship,
Yeah, it shows you around the ship.
and we're just waiting.
Just kind of waiting. If there's nothing
Alright.
you guys want to do, time can just pass.
I'm going to pull out my smith's tools and go ahead and sharpen up my hand axes.
Like I said, there's really not like enough time for true downtime, but just something to keep you busy if you want.
Okay.
I'm gonna say a quick prayer for guidance and protection from Pan, even though he has nothing to do out here. But hey, you know what? He's my
I mean,
guy.
water's nature. There's nature out here.
that's fair, right? But
It's kind of all nature, but yeah, you're used to more like trees. You're definitely out of
Right.
your element.
absolutely a little scared here, guys. But
Not as much as Crimplin. Crimplin is extremely out of his element.
All right, then instead of that, I'm going to be looking out to see what way the wind is blowing.
Right now, it's blowing to the northeast. And don't worry, by next session, I'm gonna get caught up on all my boat terminology, and I'm really hoping my two sailor backgrounds here do the same amount of research.
nah,
I mean,
We're going.
if we need to be on the starboard side, we can.
Yeah, I don't even know what side that is right now, so I got a lot of research to do. All right. A little bit of time passes. You guys are just kind of talking to, Willie doesn't really come up much on the main deck. There's just a couple laborers there. One of the guys you talk to, he lets you know that he's not even part of it. He's just like, oh, I just work the dock. I'm just kind of helping out, watch the boat, blah, blah, blah. So eventually you see Marius and Rudolph walk back. Behind them, you see a couple carts hauling a couple crates, and they kind of whistle, look at you guys. They're like, time to start pulling your weight. Just get these loaded up. That's all of you.
all right, let's do it.
Grab some shit, put it
I
on
was just
the
waiting
boat.
to see if anyone actively fought it.
Nope, I gotta do what I gotta do. Stender, sure you don't want to just give him some money?
How close is he to the edge of the boat?
Criplin, well, he's walking towards the plank to walk down to the dock to get the boxes, so he's pretty close to the
Okay.
edge.
I'm just gonna give him like a ha ha ha, very funny. Just give him a good tap on the back and see what happens.
Go ahead and do a dex saving throw.
He's gonna make it anyway. So I mean, it's unless he seriously fails it. I mean,
Yeah, 23.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, he just like stiffens like a board. You know what Thania was trying to do. He's like, all right, enough of that lollygagging. Come on, get loaded up. We're moving out of here.
Alright, let's do this.
Make sure you say your goodbyes. You got everything you need. We're leaving before sundown.
So does this thing move like the cart then?
Does
Not
the boat move like the
quite.
cart?
Not quite.
No. Oh. Okay. Alright.
I mean, it's gonna have a swaying motion that may be similar.
Well.
I mean, there's a wheel that can turn the boat.
So, okay. So, my enthusiasm at this point is lowering. Because we're gonna start moving. And I'm realizing it, I guess.
You're gonna see blue and nothing but blue.
Might say see some green too. Sick bit.
Oh, okay. Oh, alright. Thralis, if I get bad, if this gets really bad, will you hold me?
No.
Alright, that's a good guy. Alright, let's do this.
Okay. So, you guys get everything loaded up. Okay. We're improvising right now. As you guys are kind of getting ready, you see him kind of like getting ready to pull the dock up. He's like, all right, you two who've been on a boat before, what'd you used to do back in the day? What was your positions?
So I attended to the captain.
I worked my way from working the deck to captaining my own ship.
Captain of your own ship. And he looks back at Dolan and goes, You've never been a captain, right?
I mean, I haven't been a captain, but
Sounds good. He looks at Thrallus, he's like, You'll be my quartermaster. And then Marius kind of goes, I thought I was your quartermaster. He's like, well, you can take that off your list of tasks you already do. He's like, all right, I need someone helping with the navigating. I need someone to help Willie with the guns. I need a rigger, someone to help with the sails. I need someone to look after all the supplies on the ship. Then anyone who's good with fixing stuff.
I will take the job that allows me to sit up in that thing. That's cool. What'd you call that, Dolan? The crow's...
crow's nest.
Crow's nest.
So...
anything up there for me?
I can actually... My captain and he taught me how to sail by starlight, so...
Navigator it is. He's like, I'll have you steer. He goes, Crow's Nest boy. Yeah, Crimplin, right? That was your name.
Yep.
We'll put you in charge of all the supplies. You can also hang out up there, I guess. Call you a boat swain.
I'm gonna say
The boat swain is in charge of making sure the ship and the supplies are taken care of. Sure, why not? You can do that from the Crow's Nest.
I mean, as fast as he is, I mean,
inventory, bitch. I get it.
That leaves a rigger, someone helping in the cannon room, and or a carpenter.
I was gonna say probably Dan and or Henry for the rigger.
Oh, you were the only two left.
So what do I do with? I don't know how to do any of this stuff.
Nor do
We'll
I.
put you with Willie then. That sounds great.
I know magic.
Willie's like, you'll fit in great, or whatever his accent was. You'll fit in great. They're all the same. They're all pirates. And then there's another guy you haven't caught his name yet, and he comes to you, Thunder. He's like, I'll show you how to help with the rigging. I kind of do that too.
Good.
He's like, all right, next stop, Port Kingston. Been a while since we've been out there. A couple of them kind of start chuckling. They're like, hopefully they still like us out there.
What's the travel time from here to Kingston?
Well, that's one of the center islands. So it's about 5 days out there to the islands, and then to the port. It can get a little tricky. It's a little rocky. Good weather, less than a day. Bad weather, well, depends how fast you can hike across the islands, or swim, I guess.
Outside of the game, how far is Leonad from the vineyards?
So we can do this retroactively, but you would have known like this morning-ish would have been about the time that he would have been there.
Okay. So then, I guess it's a matter of, do we want to leave him out there? So that's going to be a conversation I'll have with the guys in-game. Whether or not we're going to leave him out there or and try to get as much intel as possible over the next couple of days. Yes, that may be a conversation that I had with him, like, before we all kind of like split up, and like I can let them know, like, hey, Leonad made it, like he's there.
We can have this conversation right now. You guys are all kind of you moved all your shit down into like the living space, kind of setting up.
Is he gonna help us on the boat?
I mean, Leonad wouldn't be able to help on the boat. I've never been this is the furthest that him and I have ever been apart from each other. So it's kind of a different feeling for me not to see him all the time. Not that I don't, not that I miss him or anything, but more or less, like, how long do we leave him in there for intel, like, until we get over there, or?
I don't see we need him right now. I think that's going to be on you if you. Sounds like you do miss him, even though you say you don't.
And that was gonna be my other question, Brian. Is I know that if he dies, I have to resummon him. Mm-hmm. So if he dies where he's at, can I summon him where I'm currently at?
Yeah. So you can. I'm actually reading through this spell right now. So technically speaking, it doesn't. So you can make him bamf in and out of existence, but whenever he comes into existence, he has to be within 30 feet of you. Like, you can make him appear like within 30 feet, right? I'm reading the spell, and it doesn't say for him to be bamfed out of existence, like to a different plane. It doesn't say that he has to be a certain distance near you. So you can leave him there. If I'm reading this right, you can leave him there for as long as you want, and then just poof, he disappears. Poof, he reappears beside you.
Oh, okay. It was just the travel time to get there because I couldn't make him appear that far away.
You can't make him appear more than 30 feet from you.
Gotcha.
But the way I'm reading this spell is there's no set distance or limited, there's no maximum distance that he has to be, or you know what I'm saying.
For him to, snap out of existence and snap back. Gotcha.
Correct.
So I figure if anything, I'd probably like leave him like as a centipede, so that way he can kind of like be inconspicuous, but at the same time like gather intel for me at the same time.
Oh god, that brings back bad memories.
No centipedes. No centipedes.
Why is Henry a centipede?
Oh boy.
Centipede plotter.
So are you saying you want to leave him as a centipede at the vineyard, or you want to leave him as a centipede on the boat?
Centipede at the vineyard, so I'll leave him there. That way he can try to gather information for us, so that way we kind of have an idea of like what we're walking into. And of course, that can be something like I'll leave him there for a couple of days when I feel like, okay, we've got enough information. We can talk about that like as we head there, so that way you guys have to kind of like figure out what intel he gathered for us.
So that being said, while you're here, do you want to look through his eyes? Because it's been a while since you have.
Probably not a bad idea. Like once we split, maybe like just take a minute just to kind of like, okay, I'm gonna zone out and see what he sees.
Okay.
Sword of Omens.
Yeah. So you kind of sit down in your little net, you meditate for a minute, and you start perceiving through his eyes. He's still in bat form, was the last you left him. He is kind of like perched up. With his echolocation, you can kind of see a fencing. You can tell that he's sitting on a fence right now. Some buildings around him, but his blind sight doesn't go very far. you'd have to turn him into like Quasit then a centipede, or turn him into a Quasit and go invisible, or something like that. So do you want to just go ahead and do that?
Yep.
Poof, poof, centipede.
Yep.
Roll me a perception check.
I'm rolling it as me or as him now?
I believe it uses yours.
Okay.
We're on a boat.
Oh.
Wow. You can see a lot. You're looking in on this city. It's got tall ass fences. I mean, tall. We're talking like giant, thick wood, tall perimeter fencing around it. You're kind of perched up there. You're looking in on the city. It looks normal, other than the fact that there's no one going in and out, right? You still see, little kids playing on the street. You see a covered wagon moving from one end to the other. You see some guards marching 2 by 2 down the street. You hear church bells. I mean, it seems normal.
Okay.
All right. You guys do start to feel a little bit of movement as the boat starts to leave from its port. Or from its dock, I should say.
Ooh. Wish I could see Crimplin's face.
I just got
Is
back
there
and
anything
he
you guys
says,
would like to do?
what about Crimplin's face?
You really want to see your face as we're backing out? On a boat.
Well, if I'm working, I really can't do calligraphy. Correct?
Well, you're in the canning room, so you're just kind of cleaning. You're, moving things around. This is probably your first time seeing a cannon, too, so it's actually pretty freaking cool. He's kind of showing you, like, especially for this first day, he's a lot of, come on, keep up. Look over here. Look at this. All right, so blah, 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 blah. Hey, are you paying attention? Look at this. Da-da-da. Okay, this is explosive. No fire. All right, Magic Boy? No fire. Like, he's just kind of showing you around. Definitely not a lot of downtime on this first day. You thought you're like, oh, okay, there's no enemies. Yeah, we're not in battle. This might be an easy job. Willie's pretty annoying.
I'm just gonna keep my eyes peeled to see if there's any kind of like fishing netting around, anything that could be easily handled and casted over the side of the ship to possibly bring in fish. So I'm just gonna keep my eyes peeled.
Yeah, I mean, you see tons of fishing equipment. You see nets, you see rods and reels, you see spears. There's a good amount on here.
Serious beer gun?
A what? A beer gun?
Beer gun?
Spear gun.
Spear. I think it's a beer gun. I'm like, what?
I wouldn't mind that either.
No spear gun, from what you notice. What else? You guys got a lot of time.
I've got to wait until nightfall to start mapping.
I'm gonna work on my poisons. I'm gonna check out the poison and kind of mess with it and go, yep, there's a box over here, a box there, and we got all our inventory.
All right. Yeah, you do your inventory really quick. Quick enough if you want to mess with poisons, you can mess with them. Dallas?
I'm gonna acclimate myself to the ship, kind of gather what the crew is all doing, who's doing what, and where. Make sure all our stuff is moving smoothly. No one's fighting or anything like that.
It's a pretty easy start. So one thing you noticed, of all the people on the ship, like when you guys took off, almost everyone left the ship. There's only about 4 people that stayed. So the captain, the first mate, the cannon master, and then the one guy who was helping Thandir. You guys haven't caught his name yet. So you can assume that almost all of the was on that ship was all just kind of contracted, paid labor, right? But these are kind of the 4 main people.
How are my sea legs?
Bad. That's why, as you were messing with your poisons, you straight up dumped it all over the crow's nest. It is rickety, it's choppy, and you haven't even hit the true waters yet.
Not liking
it's
this.
Gonna take some getting used to.
Nope. I loved it. No, I'm not liking this.
Oh, just shut up there.
Rawless, remember that I like to be on a boat? I don't know, man.
Just keep your eyes peeled.
So after a little bit of time, the guy who was kind of showing Thandir how to do the rigging, he goes, well, by the way, my name's Frankie. Like we said, a lot of us hold many hats here. I'm also our cook. So I'm going to go get us some dinner started. Enjoy the fresh food we bought here before we just eat fish for, the next couple of days.
Absolutely. Yeah, dude. Is there anything else that needs to be done up here, or did you want me to assist, helping you cook there?
No, you just kind of... You're good.
Mop the deck, swab the deck?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Keep it clean. Captain likes it clean.
Sounds good.
All right. So he heads down. You see Rudolph and Marius just kind of like standing up by the wheel, just kind of talking, chit-chatting. It's a nice night. Some time passes. Captain brings you. Captain kind of rings a bell. He's like, "Dinner. We all eat together." Sorry, Mr. Navigator. We're gonna have to leave you out of it. We gotta have one person keep an eye out the whole time. But he brings you guys all together. Sit down, have a nice little dinner. It's like I said, they got a lot of stuff from the land, so you're having some salted meats, more kind of beef, pork, some chicken, some fresh fruits, stuff that you definitely wouldn't find. It's not really tropical themed. But he kind of looks at the 4 of you guys. I'm sorry, Dolan out. He's there steering the ship. He asks you guys, what brought you guys all together?
Well, Mr. Crow's Nest and I met quite some time ago when he was locked out of his cave.
He looks at you really confused. Eats like a piece of chicken. He goes, locked out of a cave, huh? Locked out of a cave, huh? Interesting.
I could not get back in.
Are the rest of you from caves as well?
No.
Me and Crimplin met up with Dolan at a port in the faction of elves. We pulled a job together transporting alcohol, and then after that we ran into these two, and we've kind of just been journeying together, trying to help each other out.
Okay.
Very, very well said.
Nice. It's not really anything tying you guys together, huh? Just traveling companions.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. How long
So
has
what's
your crew been together?
Well, me and Marius have been together for a while. We have been sailing the seas. He looks at him For what, the last... I don't know why I keep looking at my wrist. 20 plus years? And Marius goes, about 20. And he goes, about 20. I've seen some cool things. Willie. We found him. You see Willie just scarfing his food really quick. And he's like, going back to my cannons. And he leaves. He's like, all right, Willie, take care. We actually found him south in the desertous area along the coast down there. He's weird, but he can work a cannon room better than anyone I've ever seen. And Frankie, well, we picked him up pretty recently. He's only been with us for about the last year or so. He goes, yeah, I'm just trying to get away from home. Just, want to see more. So, Dallas, you said you used to be a captain?
Yes.
What's the story with that? Why are you here hitching a ride? Why aren't you sailing your own boat?
My first mate or / quartermaster led a mutiny against me.
You hate to see it. What ended up happening with them?
They left me stranded on an island and sailed away with my ship.
Unfortunate.
How'd you get off the island? I don't think I've ever heard this story.
That's a good question. I'm interested now too.
Please don't tell me you tied together a bunch of
Turtles.
turtles.
I escaped by wrangling sea turtles with rope made from my own hair.
You just see the captain's kind of like his jaw just kind of dropped. He's like,
Oh shit!
"Good captain never reveals his secrets. I like it." Well,
Someone just hear Mickey Mouse in the background.
what?
He's coming
What?
for us.
Oh, it's Disney. Disney's listening. Oh God.
It's here! I need my money! Huh?
That's his name. Marius goes, that's extremely unfortunate. Some people don't have patience. It's disgusting to hear some things people will do for power. He goes,
If I ever run
I'm gonna go
across-
relieve Dolan so he can come and join us too.
If I ever run across my my previous first mate, he won't want to see me because it will be the last thing he ever sees.
It's good to hear. Good to hear. Maybe we'll keep an eye out for him. I mean, the oceans are big, but we're going along a pretty well-traveled route here. Maybe we'll have to talk a little bit about our ship. Your ship. Maybe figure that out.
Sounds good.
What about the rest of you guys? You just kind of fell in place.
Me and Thandir
Looking at, yeah.
met in the woods where I was learning from my my wizard teacher. The hermit. Yeah, he was a hermit. Bumblehorn.
He's just kind of
Albert
nodding his head.
Bumblehorn.
He goes, "You learned magic from a hermit in the woods and met an elf.
Yep.
That's pretty great." He takes a drink. He goes, "And you're just an elf? I mean, what's your story?" Looking at Thandir.
Well, my story takes place, in the capital city originally, in Thildori. Needless to say, there was a falling out, and I ended up finding my master out, or master, I should say, my teacher. And Let me scroll down. I haven't read this in a while. I apologize. Just hold on. All right, here we go. Just gotta go back to my backstory. Blah 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 blah. I haven't read. I met my teacher, Arrow in Wistwood, and he showed me the way that I had a feeling I was going, and it just so happened to be that during that time, he knew of Albert Bumblehorn, and Henry and I grew up and really pretty close together, so we've known each other for a really long time.
Good to hear.
Hey, how about we bust out some of that jungle juice?
I knew it was coming. We always save it for dessert just so there's such little of it. And, he's like, Frankie, get ready. Yeah, boss, I got it. While he's doing that, Dolan, you're kind of sailing. You're smiling. You never really got to, you navigated, you and your old captain. You had some close moments where, he would let you take over these, but, not too long before the first mate would step in and assert, where you should be and where you shouldn't be. As you're doing that, you see the half-elf first mate, Marius, walking up from... Fuck, what? I don't know. I don't know my boat terms. Walking up from the other part of the deck. Walking up towards you, and he goes, here to shift change you if you want to go grab some grub.
Sounds good, thank you.
No problem. You kind of start to walk by. He goes, not that it's any of my business, but you said you're looking for something for someone?
I'm looking for something for me. Have you possibly heard of the Temple of Sardonis?
He kind of pauses for a minute. He's like, I've heard of it. He's like, on the islands. He kind of nods his head. He's like, heard of it. Supposedly a lot of treasure there. Attracts a lot of adventurers. We've brought people out there, Sadly, I haven't brought them back. But they weren't as well equipped as you and your friends here were. Treasure hunters?
You can say that.
What's your treasure?
It's not so much a what as it is a who.
Kind of shakes his head. He's like, a lot of us have been in bad places, and a lot of us are searching for things, and I hope we can help you on your journey. Go get some food.
Thank you.
So you head down right as Frankie's kind of breaking out a couple. They have actually some really fancy goblets of fire. No, goblets of just empty goblets, and they're pouring from this keg. They're like, it's the bottom of this keg. Only got a couple left. He's like, it's definitely good while it lasts. He cheers. He's like, it's new friends and new crewmates. Hopefully your adventures end a little bit better than, well, some that travel out here and don't get to make it back.
Here.
Cheers. You guys drink it. It's fruity. It's good. Y'all kind of have like a little burp, and you can taste the alcohol in the burp. It is strong, but damn, it's good, and you guys can't help yourself from drinking it and drinking it. Once again, smiling, laughing, having a good time. He goes, "Get back to work." He's like, "Well, we do shift changes for sleep. Like I said, we wear a lot of hats around here, so get ready to wear multiple." He kind of sends you off your separate ways. Is there anything you guys would like to do before y'all go to bed.
I'll probably hold the relic in one hand and the compass in the other, and just kind of, I guess, seek guidance. Like, is this where you need me to be right now?
Okay. Go ahead, roll me a religion check.
Because I haven't checked in with Cthulhu in a while too either. So.
Hey Cthulhu, it's me.
Hey girl. Oof.
Ooh. What are those? Crimplin's dice? You don't know. You're like you feel really confident going this. You're stopping, you're praying, and you're just, once again, it just feels like it's all one-sided. Like it's like you don't ever hear his voice, but sometimes you just feel a presence, or you feel like an overwhelming, like good feeling. Like especially like anytime you level up, you're like you're bolstering into it to the fact that, I mean, you're learning spells, right? You're feeling neglect.
I'm probably nervous because like this is where he found me, like is on the ocean. So that's probably the other reason why it's kind of like probably why I rolled so well.
However you want to take it, it's feeling very. Rest of y'all, anything you want to do before you go to sleep?
But I'm going to practice my calligraphy, but write what I've done for the day, so I can kind of ingrain it in my head a little bit.
Okay. Sure.
Try to practice as I'm writing it.
Okay. We don't really have usually when I think of like downtime, I think of like 4 hours, and that's definitely like a downtime activity.
Okay.
It's just like a quick prayer really isn't much of one. But you can still roll for it. Go ahead. We'll see how well you remember your orders and how Willie's going to treat you next time.
Not very well.
You're still learning, much like Crimplin was with his poisons. You're learning how to write on a moving ship, and you're getting there. Crimplin, Thandir, Thrallus.
Thandir.
Yep, I'm going to go ahead and I'll take my short readout, and I'll just re-up and kind of re-hone the water breathing before going to sleep. It takes 10 minutes. Go ahead and do that.
We've got like 12 hours left.
Yeah, but I want to do it. I want to get on a cycle. So, when we go to rest, that's when I'm doing it before rest. So that way, if something happens, we can go. But
yeah.
So I'm doing it at that cycle now, and then at that same time, after I get done doing that, I'm just gonna, say a prayer to Pan, and hopefully that he guide the winds that he may help guide with for steering us in the right direction.
Sure. Go ahead and roll religion just for curiosity.
Hey Scott, before you roll, you're gonna roll a 20.
Yeah.
Nice of you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You sure he doesn't want to roll a 4?
Roll it, because I want him to say I want the 20 to replace that roll.
I rolled a 10, which was a religion 13. So yeah, I'll take the 20, please, if you won't mind. Yeah, absolutely.
You feel, whereas the last couple of days you've definitely felt some absence of Pan. Especially now you're talking putting the wind in my sails. Like as you're really feeling it and praying, you actually feel a little, not like a huge gust of wind, but you feel wind help push you in the direction you're going. And you're like, I can sleep good tonight. Thrall Scrimplin?
I'm going to spend this whole time working on my sea legs and trying not to puke. Because,
okay.
Yeah.
Roll me a general dexterity check.
Hey, Dan?
I love you guys so much.
You guys sabotage me in everything.
I'm not gonna make you roll it.
I thought he was gonna do it. I thought he was gonna do you like that.
Dexterity. You can at least do good at dexterity.
Alright, that's a 15.
You're holding yourself up. You're feeling better, especially like being up in the crow's nest where there's the most amount of sway. You're catching it. You're like, ooh, I wonder if I could balance. No, I'm not there yet, but I could stand up. You're like, I'll get better at this. I'll get better.
Hey, Cribble, wait till you get back on land.
What? I already know how to walk on land.
You're just gonna fall over. How do I do this? Thrallus? How does Thrallus want to end his night?
I'm going to go up top deck and take one last glimpse out at the sea and which way we're going, and take it in and head to bed.
All right.
Just glad I'm out in the sea again.
You guys are able to get, a couple of the crew members to kind of replace you in your roles. I mean, like, realistically, like, Thrallus, Sandir, a couple of you, or no, Crimpla, I guess, really don't need a replacement. But for those that do, you guys have your replacement. You got to kind of sleep in shifts. So you end up catching some snoozes.
Wake up a long rest? Okay.
It's a long rest. Wake up the next morning, and that's where we'll pick up. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Yeah. I'll be honest, I didn't know if you guys were going to go right to the boat or if you were going to plan on doing stuff around the city more. So I'll definitely have a little more boat terminology and some more fun antics for this travel. That way it's not just, all right, you're at the island, right?
Yeah, I kind of looked up the different roles per se to kind of figure out what a quartermaster would do.
All right.
Dan, how mad would you have been if I made you roll a 3?
You guys sabotaged me on everything else, so it would just flow.
Did you, Charles, did you see the part about if the ship you're on were to take another boat as a trophy or a prize, you would get to captain said boat?
Yes, I did. Or if something befalls the current captain.
Hey, spoiler alerts. Come on, guys.
I mean, I don't plan. I mean, well, I shouldn't say that. I don't choose the outcome of your session. I give you guys options. You roll with them. It's up to you if your characters are good or evil. Well, mine led a mutiny on me. I'll lead a mutiny on this guy. Yeah, the Squall Buster is now ours. Who you gonna call?
I mean, we got a wagon, we got a ship. We are doing awesome.
We're doing great, guys.
Can we tame a dragon?
Next stop, Cove of Dunbar.
I'm gonna ride it. Yes.
We all can ride a dragon.
Yes.
And then Thrallus could chop off its wings.
Yep.
I mean, if you guys want to ride a dragon, I'm right here. I mean, just...
A flying dragon.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, well, I can't do that, but I can try.
We're gonna do a flying dragon.
All right, so I'd say for next session, like I said, some more boat terminology so I can use it. I'd say prepare for some more adventures at sea. Unless for some reason the next session is just like dragging, I want to have a little bit of fun while we're out here. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Like in the campaign I do on Wednesdays, I felt so bad because Fosa or Matt or whatever, he planned a whole bunch of stuff, and we, for some reason, the group did not enjoy being on a boat. So it was just like, all right, you made it. Like 7 days passed, you made it. I'm like, I wanted to spend time on the boat, but no one else really was liking it. And I'm like, we got 2 sailors in here. I'm like, boat antics. Here
we're on a boat. We're going all out on a boat here.
I'm on a dolphin. I'm doing flips and shit.
Oh, you don't think that's gonna? Oh, you just wait.
Can you
transport out the nets? There's a reasoning why.
All right, guys.
All right, see you later.
All right, see ya.
Later.
Night, fellas.
See you guys tomorrow.